Brandon, it's cold in here.
Shawty tryna flex on me, probably because she saw me flex all week. Oh no, diamonds with baguettes on me, blow my brains out, blame the mess on me. Oh no, shawty tryna flex on me, probably because she saw me flex all week. Oh no, diamonds with baguettes on me, blow my brains out, blame the mess on me. Oh no, I've been trying, oh no, just surviving, oh no. She been hiding my dough, I've been trying to cope. She know how to deep throw, she know how to deep throw. What you spend on your rent, I'm spending that on a coat, spending that on a coat, spending that on a note. Flying out of the coast, flying out of the coast. She look up at the stars, wishing that I were back. Well, good luck, and fuck you. Shawty tryna flex on me, probably because she saw me flex all week. Oh no, diamonds with baguettes on me, blow my brains out, blame the mess on me. Oh no, shawty tryna flex on me, probably because she saw me flex all week. Oh no, diamonds with baguettes on me, blow my brains out, blame the mess on me. Oh no,
I think it's better, oh no, if we get it, oh no. You a stepping stone, no, I think I'm better solo. Holding me back when I was trying to get it back. Now I go shopping and tell the text, I'm having better days. She saw me in Vogue and she said I'm back. Reasons to go, got 100 million. All your clothes, baby, come and get them. Convincing me there was some Wonder Women. Now I'm focused on paper like Thunder Mifflin. Never forget what you said to me. And she ain't dead, but she dead to me. Coulda had the best of me, shoulda put your bets on me. Now you just tryna go in.
Shorty tryna flex, shorty tryna flex, shorty tryna flex on me. Shorty tryna, shorty tryna. Quarter mil, half mil, but I'm not done. Empty out pockets, but I'm not done. When I pull up, bitch, give me my funds. Bitch, give me my funds. Audemars Prada, but I'm not done. Cartier, Gucci, but I'm not done. When I pull up, bitch, give me my funds. Bitch, give me that. Get into it, vamonos. I've been living on the coast. The other day I caught a case and beat it like I caught a cold. They told me I was selling coke. That's a little on the nose. Y'all getting to it very slow. I'm getting to it vamonos. Quarter mil, half mil, but I'm not done. Empty out pockets, but I'm not done. When I pull up, bitch, give me my funds. Bitch, give me my funds. Audemars Prada, but I'm not done. Cartier, Gucci, but I'm not done. When I pull up, bitch, give me my funds. Bitch, give me that.
Yeah, get into it on delay. Made 100 stops today. Getting top on the road. Make it hard to concentrate. Got it out the matrix. Tell me where I can't go. Dancing with the devil. We doing the tango. My nieces think I'm lit cause I took them to Encanto. Wait until they find out that I used to be El Chapo. 20 mil, 100 mil, but I'm not done. A little talking and she coming undone. Did what I did cause it was fun. When I walk in it's like da-da-dun-dun.
Audemars Prada, but I'm not done. Cartier, Gucci, but I'm not done. When I pull up, bitch, give me my funds. Bitch, give me that.
Go to my lawyer's office, he in there reading the Torah. Got a new girl with me. She told me I got a good aura. I might go buy a tour bus. All this dope over borders. I don't gotta shout orders. I let my bag do the talking. They must have thought I was Dora. Yeah, she asked me if I had a job. I told her sorta. It's a really long story. Look, I don't wanna bore ya. Started off with a quarter, yeah. Things move when I say so. Coca, no soda. From the South Side to Diego. Hold up, never see me on one knee for a bitch. I'm not budging, it's never no wifing. Still take my enemies' hoes, they begging me no. Swiping, no swiping. Don't negotiate with the hoes I date. I don't compromise, I do fighting. Especially when they got some white on their nose and I already know it's no icing. Soon as I hit send on my end, you know she's already typing. I take it all with a grain of salt, cause I know she's just saying the right thing. She said this pussy is yours. I said get in, let's get it in writing. Yeah, one of my lawyer's office. He in there reading the Torah. Got a new girl with me. She told me I got a good aura. I might go buy a tour bus. All this dope over borders. I don't gotta shout orders. I let my bag do the talking. They must have thought I was Dora. Went to a Christian's mansion. He wasn't reading a Bible. 12 hoes all on him. I think that they his disciples. I got a concert in London. Why is the West such a cancer? Had me feeling like Dora. I stopped the show till you answer. Channel it like Nickelodeon. Yeah. They thought I would be a custodian. Now I'm teaching your kids from a podium. While you load up on sugar and sodium. What kind of favor you owe me in? She got high as the price of petroleum. Father, forgive all my sins. I was trapping out Cineplexodian. Trapping out Cineplexodian. I'm pulling off in a baby jack. Red bottoms call me boots now. Beam on them like laser tag. The money thing or the right thing. Too rich for Tinder, no swiping. No calling back, no wifing. I don't hit twice, lightning. Yeah. Yeah. What's in that backpack, backpack? Stack, 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 stack. Where'd he get all that money from? The trap, 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 trap.
Marco! Marco!
Yes, uh-oh, it's that time again.
Thumbs up the team. Marco!
Yes.
Marco!
Yes, yes, yes.
Let's go!
Yes, thumbs up the stream, y'all. Ooh.
Test. There we go. There we go. Sorry, I had the wrong microphone set up. I had the wrong microphone attached. We love to see that. He's a professional. He's a professional, y'all. He's been doing this almost 4 years. He's a professional, and he had the wrong microphone, and it sounded like it was all the way over there because I had the wrong microphone attached. But now we got the right one. Right? Sound good? Sound better? Good stuff. Well, hello, my children. Hello, children of this cult. Yes. Yes.
Marco!
I know. Welcome. Welcome back.
Obama!
We are here, and I just have one question.
Do you like me?
So we're here. And where's the one?
Marco! Marco! Play it some more, Marco.
We love to see it.
Let's go!
So we're back. It's been a long time. It was last night that we did the last stream, and I'm doing another stream. Why? Because we got a very important thing to discuss, and that thing is actually a person. And that person is named... It's too bright. No, forget it. That person is named Eric Worre. Now, I have not actually talked about Eric Worre on my channel before, to the chagrin of many. But I'll tell you that today I am going to talk about Eric Worre because he is such a large figure, such an impactful, influential figure in the MLM industry.
Marco, I like you.
Aww. Hold on, let me hit that excited Marco mixed with the do you like me. Give me, hold on now.
Marco!
Do you like me?
Thank you for that, Blazed Goddess. I really appreciate that. And I like you too, Blazed Goddess. I don't know who you are or what your real name is or what you look like, but I like you. We're here. And everybody who is here, you know, your duties to this cult, we have to all make sure we are rank and file and we do the same things and we copy the actions of the people who have the results that we want. So, thumbs up the stream. Make sure you thumbs up. Thumbs up the ting. Thumbs up the ting.
Thumbs up the team.
So make sure you do that, and I appreciate y'all. I want to say what up to some of you guys who are in the chat right now. Diesel Darlin, Rainy Kanan, Lily K, I see, Lily Key, Libby, Tasnim Bari, Alex, Wagwan, Heather, Dylan, Joanna, Lisa, SG. A little bit of Lisa in my life, a little Joanna by my side, a little bit of Aaron's all I need. Mambo number 6. So I appreciate that. SG Easy, Lee, Diesel Darlin again, Miguel. Too many people already. It's too many people. It's too many people. It's too many people. He's too famous. He's too rich. He's too famous, frankly. One of the most famous. One of the best. He does it bigger. He does it better. Blazed Goddess joining the cult, frankly. A lot of great people joining. Great company. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, make sure y'all settle in. Hold your pee. As a matter of fact, sweat out the pee, because we know it's all in your mind anyways. Let me fix this too, so I have a better view. Yep, thank you, Gabby, Stephanie, all you guys. Blaze Goddess, thank you for the dono and for becoming a member. Really helps a lot. I'm still working towards that dono goal. I actually did book the flight today. Woo! I did book the flight today. I did book the flight today, so now we're in the process of recouping. It was one of those hashtag put it on the credit card, worry about it later type beats. So we're recouping, and honestly, it's a bag. Between the trip, the flight there, the flight back, the suits that I bought so that I actually... Who's this? Who is this?
A big black pen.
Is this real? I didn't actually check last night if Big Bob, who donated $100, refunded it or if it was fake or what. I gotta figure this out, y'all. I gotta figure this out. Is this for real, Big Bob? If so, Big Bob, you're the MFing GOAT. I'm trying not to swear so much because my aunt said I swear too much. My aunt was watching the stream last night. She says I swear too much. So, wow. Thank you so much. That's insane. That's insane. I was gonna say, the flight there, the flight back, the suits, the hotel. I need to rent some camera gear for this interview that I'm doing with Doug Brooks as well. But if you leave it up to Big Bob, if Big Bob has anything to say about it, it's gonna be covered. We love to see it. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. For real. It means a lot, y'all. And I appreciate it. The super chats are great. The Streamlabs link in the chat is the better way to donate because YouTube takes 30% of those super chats. So, you know, if Big Bob had donated through super chat $100, YouTube would have took $30, and that's pretty significant. So, what up, Shadow? What up, Aaron Bees? What up, Omero Guerrero? We're here. Eric Worre time. I got to go back and read these comments after the fact because it's too many. It's too many, frankly. So, appreciate you. Appreciate y'all. No disclaimer before. Yeah, disclaimer, sorry, before you guys click thumbs up because only half of you have done it. I was never in an MLM, okay? I was never in an MLM. So, you got me on that one. You got me. I'm scamming again. I'm scamming. You guys' comments are amazing. What up, Jaina, Daisy B, Kirsten, CJE Badass. All right, so we got a couple Eric Worre videos. I don't know how many we're going to get through. I found out today that when I was looking at Eric Worre stuff, Eric Worre has a freaking interview with Larry King, dude. Like, what the heck? An interview with Larry King? I cannot believe that. So, also, I wanted to show you who I'm talking to here. When I go to this conference. So let me just show you real quick. So I'm going to bring it up on the screen. On this screen here, you'll see three gentlemen. This is an older video. This was filmed in 2010, and it's sort of cropped, and it's not shot great. But this is a very legendary video. As far as I know, it's the only documentation of these three being together that exists. On the right, we see our friend Robert Fitzpatrick, who's been on the channel. Great video. In the middle, we see our friend Steve Hassan, author of Combating Cult Mind Control and Freedom of Mind. Obviously, Robert Fitzpatrick here on the right wrote Ponzi-nomics, False Prophets, and he's writing a new one that should be out this month. And then here on the left, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Here on the left, this gentleman here, very tall, is Doug Brooks. This is the gentleman who I'm going to be interviewing when I go to the conference. He is a lawyer who is probably the most experienced lawyer in the world when it comes to litigating against multi-level marketing companies. He is featured in the movie Betting on Zero, where he represents a group of Hispanic people in a class action lawsuit against Herbalife. And that movie, if we fill up this donut goal, I'm going to set a time for us to do like a movie watch-along, watch party next week sometime in the Discord, I guess this upcoming week in the Discord. He's in it. I think all three of these guys are in it. I could be wrong about Steve Hassan being in it, but Doug is in it. Very knowledgeable, very kind, very generous, very good guy. He helped me out a lot with a legal situation that came up in 2021, and he helps a lot of people. Basically, any of the anti-MLM creators who get in hot water, he's always there to offer advice. As far as I know, don't let me put this, he's very generous. I'll just say that he's very generous. So shout out to him and everybody. Shout out to everybody who clicked like on the stream. It's free to do. And as far as I can see, only half of y'all have clicked like. So, something different. So yeah, excited about that. But I saw a couple Eric Worre videos that I wanted to react to. Hopefully we can get to both of them. Primerica video soon. Early March. I can't click like because you weren't in an MLM. Totally. So let's get to it. Eric Worre, interesting guy. He has a show called, his whole brand is Go Pro. That's his whole brand, okay? So his whole brand is Go Pro, Network Marketing Pro, and we're going to watch this one. We're going to watch a couple of these. So he has a ton of videos, and it's all about, recruiting, objections, how overcoming objections. Pitbull interview? What the hell? Oh, we gotta watch this. Maybe my two favorite bald people in the world. Eric Worre and Pitbull together. Pitbull's like, yeah, how you do the network marketing? Dale. Yeah, I have to do network marketing. Dale. Mr. Worldwide. Yeah. I was on the dance floor. Dale. Culo. Wow, I did not see that one. I was looking for interview with our friend David. He's got an interview with our friend Alex Morton as well, who we love. We love Alex Morton, don't we? Wow. I had it somewhere. I thought I had it pulled up, but I guess I don't. The video of him speaking on stage at the same event as the Jesse Lee Ward video we watched last night. I thought I had that, but I guess I don't. So, GoPro. No, you know what? I'll find it. Hold on. I'm the best. When it comes to Google, nobody knows more about Google than me, frankly. Let's see. Oh, this is the one, I think. Eric Worre, 10th Annual GoPro Recruiting Mastery. It's absolutely madness. Yeah, he does this interview show, GoPro, and it's interviews with all of the top people in different MLM companies from throughout the industry, and he sells like tools. He sells seminars and courses, and you know what? Erin Bees is in the chat. She probably knows even better than me. She's met the guy freaking multiple times. He brings celebrities to his events to endorse MLM. Yeah. I seen at the end of his Larry King interview, he has Larry King sit there, at death's doorstep, and while he plugs his course, or his virtual event, which it was going to be $700, but now it's only $300, and the typical grift. Dave Vaughn says, anti-MLM would not be what it is on YouTube without a guy like Doug. He's a rock when folks get that C and D. So true, frankly. I cannot believe Pitbull was in that. Eric Worm is the ultimate snake, says Jaina. His house is the house of Slytherin. Wow. Mr. Worldwide Network Marketer. And here I thought that was Jesse Lee. Y'all are hilarious. Not the tools. Where are Scott and Peter, right? How slimy and snaky is he, Aaron? Tony Robbins, Rob Dyrdek. No, well, Tony Robbins, I've never really fucked with Tony Robbins because he will just shill anything for anyone for the bag. Which, I'm a bag getter myself. And I respect that. But, I wouldn't do it for anything. Where the hell? Thank Tej Hanley, yeah. The spicy senoritas miss you. Please come back, Alpha M. What's up, gentlemen? Yes, we love Alpha M here on this channel, too. And on the second channel. Thank you, Tej Hanley. That was actually from Joseph. I will be doing a stream just for the goons over on the second channel soon, Joseph. Oh, there's another fireside chat with Armando Christian Perez, a.k.a. Pitbull. I mean, I don't even know where to start. Let's start here. Let's start with this video. It's called Mindset Will Make or Break You in Network Marketing. And I'll be keeping my eyes peeled for Erin in this video because this came out 2019. I don't know if this is the same event she was at. It looks pretty similar. But I'll be keeping my eyes out for Erin. And I know this is going to be a good video because it starts with him walking around. That's how you know it's deeply emotional. All right, here we go.
Next, let's talk about your mindset.
Already,
Honestly, is network marketing your primary or your secondary focus in life? And if it's secondary, can you expect to succeed if it stays secondary? Be honest.
Bars, I guess.
In my opinion, it cannot. You cannot expect to have massive success if this is something you do in between the other stuff that you're focused on.
I love how they say this shit with a smile. We're 30 seconds into this video. They say shit like this with a smile. Unless you're all in, you cannot expect to get these results. However, if you're like me and you've attended the endless hours of multi-level marketing pitch meetings, opportunity meetings that I've attended, or if you've even attended one, chances are you can attest to the fact that when you go to your first meeting, they will parade people in front of you who have rags to riches stories that usually start with, this is an amazing part-time opportunity. I started doing it part-time and I was able to quit my job in 3 months and then I started doing it full-time. So I find it to be one of the greasiest, it's incalculable the amount of greasy things they say and do in this industry. But one of the greasiest things is that they'll tell you it's such a great part-time opportunity. In my new Primerica video that you're going to see, she says you can do it part-time, full-time, or in your spare time. I don't know. Some shit like, yeah, part-time, full-time, in your spare time. And it's just so disingenuous because even if you commit your entire life to it, like we've seen people do. We had Aaron on Multi-Level Misery. The new episode is dropping on Patreon tomorrow, by the way, with Jimmy. Even if you dedicate your whole life to it, it is a mathematical certainty that you are going to be one of the 99% who lose annually. And my opinion, whenever somebody asks me, well, how is it possible that this guy who joined this 40-year-old company only 10 years ago made it to the top? Here's my exception. I believe it is possible to rise through the ranks of MLM and achieve success. Of course, we're only quantifying and measuring success here with material wealth, not with the actual positive impact you made on the world or your relationships with people or how people think of you or whatever. It is possible to reach this material success if you are willing to deceive people on a large scale. If you are willing to deceive people and blatantly lie at will in mass, you can achieve success in multi-level marketing. And you will have to do it full time. You will have to do it full time. I love how in in my WFG Part 3 video, Infiltrating a Pyramid Scheme, WFG Part 3, which came out at the end of 2021 or beginning of 2022. I don't know. It was the last MLM video I put out before my hiatus, and it was a long video. It was like 40-some minutes, okay? Spent months working on the video, extremely comprehensive video. Near the end, there's a gentleman who lives here in Edmonton named Greg. He's doing a virtual pitch meeting for WFG. He says, a lot of our representatives have been able to take amazing vacations during COVID thanks to this amazing WFG opportunity. And, you know, they're sitting there by the beach, and if they want to do a couple meetings while they're there, they can. And it's like, they always tout the potential to work on vacation as like a bonus. I can't think of anything more fucking annoying than having to work on vacation. Who would want to work on vacation? I'm on vacation. And then, of course, I know they would say that, and they'd go, that's an employee mindset where you only have 2 weeks off out of the year and blah, blah, blah. Sure, it's an employee mindset. There's nothing wrong with being an employee, though. Not everybody, like they love to say, not everybody is cut out to be a multimillionaire. And it's also not even mathematically feasible that everybody would be a multimillionaire. So it's a negligible thing to even say. It's not even worth saying something like that. Oh, it's an employee mindset. Okay, show me your bank account then, since it's such an employee mindset. An employee mindset. I'm my own business owner. Really? You still have to wait until Friday to get paid from the company. It's, you know, pay yourself. Show me you paying yourself right now. Show me you logging into your business bank account and transferring money from it to your personal bank account. You can't. So, anyways, we're 30 seconds into this fucking thing. And thumbs up the stream. 100 of you haven't clicked thumbs up yet. What is going on? What is going on? We're going to go to court.
What you were about to witness
I'm going to bring you all to
real.
court.
The participants are not acting.
What up, Dave? Yes, Dave Vaughn. So true. So true. Imagine Pitbull selling you Herbalife on stage, you know? Ed Tyler, NPAS, what up? Valentine's Day card for Scott and Peter. I would never scam your tools. Wow. What up, Jared? All my mods, what's poppin', you guys? You'll never succeed unless this is the most important thing in your life. Yep. Fire your children. Fire your spouse. You know. Aaron, were you at this event? If everyone was a millionaire and no one would be rich, because the value of the dollar would plummet, right? Wagwan Rachel, Wagwan Bam, Wes, what's up, everybody? Okay, thumbs up the stream. I think we could get it to 300 viewers tonight. We were almost, I think we peaked at like 299 last night or something. So everybody hit thumbs up. Aaron was also at this event. Aaron was sitting there with the notes again. Goodness gracious. Click thumbs up to mark yourself safe from Eric Worre, please. It's important. Here we go.
If I'm working with you, guess what I'm going to be doing?
Bullshit.
I will be the blinders holding them up next to your face and saying, no, 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 here's your dream. No, no.
No, no, no. Your grandma has cancer. Focus on this. No, no, no. It's Mother's Day. Get back in the office. Set up some appointments. Rusty Bed Springs. Thank you, Rusty Bed Springs.
No, no, remember? No, no, no. This is where you said you wanted to go. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Because you're going to go, oh, look, a bird. Oh, look, drama at the work. No, no, no. Come on, let's go. What's your mind?
I too get distracted by those things. A bird and
Get
drama
to
at work.
DC and take down the MLMs.
Thank you, Nerf Gun Holly. I actually don't know what you're talking about when you say DC, because I don't know what you're talking about, because I was at, you know, I actually can't disclose the location of where the conference is, but I very much appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Do you like me?
Everyone, click thumbs up on the stream, or otherwise...
You're broke! You're fucking poor!
Oh, here. Click like on the stream, or else...
Someone has to fucking flip the burgers, dumbass!
So vulgar. Thank you for that, Nerf Gun Holly. I appreciate you. No, you're good. You're good. How do you even write notes? Sitting there, how do you even write notes on this? Oh, look, food. Oh, look, water. Omega Pro. He pledged his head well. It's shiny, yep. All right. I'm going to try to get through this, you guys.
mindset? Are you thinking like an employee? You're thinking like an entrepreneur?
Wow, he literally said thinking like an employee.
Come on, let's go.
I can literally predict. Somebody, Dave Vaughn, I would like somebody with a modicum of graphic design ability to create me a very simple bingo sheet. And on the bingo sheet, it can be like a 4x4 matrix. I'm going to create MLM bingo. And I want you guys, if you're an anti-MLM creator, or if you even just want to use it as a resource at home when people pitch you this shit, I'm going to create MLM bingo with the 16 most common buzzwords and phrases that they use so that you can know whether somebody who's pitching you is full of shit. That's what I'm going to do. Because it's second nature to me at this point, just predicting what he's going to say. Oh, that's an employee mindset. I know, Eric. I know. Look, a bird, yeah. I want the Obama. I got you. Where is it? Obama. There you go. MLM bingo on stream, yeah. Oh, you already made a MLM bingo, Aaron and Julie Joe? Crazy. Yes, recruit 5 people. Thank you, Manny. Appreciate it. Appreciate that. Manny.
Do you like me?
Awesome. Okay, here we go. What? Wrong screen? What? Wrong screen? What? All right, here we go.
What's your mindset? Are you thinking like an employee? You're thinking like an entrepreneur?
Where are you, Aaron? Oh, there we go. Oh my God, you guys. Aaron, it's Aaron. I see Aaron. There he is with her phone. No, Aaron, put the phone down, Aaron. No, that's Aaron. Aaron, that's you, right? No, wait, that lady has glasses. Oh my God, that was a close call. Aaron, I thought that was you. Because you said you were sitting right behind the red table, or behind the purple.
Boy, you're thinking like
you were sitting right behind the purple tablecloth tables, and I know you were wearing like a red sweater. I thought that was you for a second. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Aaron. You almost had a cameo. My bad. My mistake. The phone was covering that woman's face, so I thought it was you. I got too excited. But I'm keeping my eye out for you, Aaron. I'm watching, okay?
an entrepreneur. Now, here's the question for your notes. What can you do between now and a year from now to improve your mindset?
Give Eric more money. I bet you this is gonna lead up to him pitching some course that will help with your mindset.
Who can you get around? What coaching can you engage in? What mentors can you access?
All of these things mean, what can you purchase? Who can you get around? Who can you pay for a private thing? Training, pay. Mentorship, pay.
What books do you need to read?
Pay.
What programs do you need to listen to? What events do you need to attend? What needs to happen for a breakthrough? How can you learn, number one? Got it? Number two, can you expect to learn at a rapid pace?
It's sad to think that everybody in this audience, or almost everybody in this audience, is like in crippling debt. That breaks my heart. Notes, Bird, coworker. Yes, Libby, give Eric your whole checking account. Now you're thinking like an entrepreneur. You know when they're lying because their lips are moving. Yet each day you sit in different places. Okay, so yeah, this was one of the things. Maybe you answered it last night in the chat, Aaron, and I didn't see it. But was this a multi-day event, the one we watched with Jesse last night? Because to me, it would soften the blow of the fact that the tickets were $1,000 if it was at least like a 2-day thing or a 3-day thing, you know? Obviously still ridiculous, but you know what's really ridiculous? There's 247 people watching and only 168 likes. That's what's really ridiculous.
Thumbs up the king.
What's up, Morgan? What is the obsession with taking notes? I don't know. In my opinion, the idea of taking notes at an Eric Worre seminar is akin to filming fireworks on New Year's. You're never going to go back and look at it. You're never going to go back and look at it because you're already looking ahead to the next fireworks show. That's all these things are, is essentially fireworks. I mean, if Jesse Lee's speech that we watched last night was any indication, yeah. That was more like a nuclear bomb, but yeah. 3-day event. Okay. So 333 per day, you know, a little bit more justifiable. Stephanie, yeah, you got to go watch that replay. By the way, y'all, I really have to stress this. I super appreciate the donations y'all made last night, because before the stream was even over last night, I got a copyright claim on the video, because in the video we reacted to where Jessie comes out on stage, for like less than 10 seconds when she's walking out on stage, there's a song playing by Pink. And so whatever Universal Music or whichever record label has now monetized my video on their own behalf. So they're taking all the money for the video, which, you know, it happens. I'm leaving it up for you guys to watch the replay, but that stuff can happen anytime for the silliest little 2-second blip of background music. And I have disputed it, but I have to wait 30 days. And by the time 30 days have passed, nobody's going to be even rewatching that stream. You know what I mean? Like, if you're going to make money off the views, it's going to happen live and in the next 1 or 2 days. You know, a live stream is not going to hit the algorithm and blow up. So that being said, I really appreciate, you know, you guys supporting me for real.
Do you like me?
I know you like me when you drop them bags. I laugh when Huns make income claims, because particularly those who aren't high up, and you can literally prove they aren't with their income disclosure statement. Totally. The debate, however, thankfully has not been struck. So, thank you. But even still, the debate, you know, for any video, like, if already with the donations y'all have dropped tonight, I would have to get like 10,000, 20,000 views on this VOD of this stream to even match or come close to what's already been donated. It's really no comparison. Like, when y'all support directly, that's that, you know what. All right, let's watch. Do the Andrew Tate sound.
You're broke! You're fucking poor!
There you go.
If you're surrounded by people who are constantly trying to pull you down, you can't. You have to weed the
Where are you, Aaron? I'm not going to let up looking for you.
garden of your life. It's a hard decision, but it's an important one. How many movies do we need to see where the hero has every chance for success, but there's the person in their life that is robbing them of every opportunity for the future, and we're almost yelling at the screen saying, just get away from that person, because you can't win if you stay with that person.
There's how many people in this room? 10,000 people? You know, let's say there's 10,000 people in this room. Okay? 10,000, and they all paid 1,000. Oh my God. It's $10 million. More than enough to rent whatever this convention space is for 3 days. And like, think about them doing this multiple times a year, you know? I cannot believe this. Thus far, what he's saying, and I'm guessing this is like one of the climactic moments of the event, Eric finally gracing us with his presence to speak. He is saying nothing different. Honestly, you guys know I'm the chaotic good. You know, there's that graph where it's like righteous good, righteous, chaotic good, chaotic neutral, whatever. I know I'm the chaotic good. I got a little bit of dark side in me, all right? Okay? I'm like one of them. I'm like one of those TikToks where it's like a guy who like thinks he's a bad boy, but he's not. But I am a little bit. My point is, I have the tiniest little voice inside me going, Marco, you could do this. I know I could do this. You could, if I teleported right now to some stage, okay, at an MLM event, pretend this is it. Pretend there's no boxing ring behind me. If I was on stage at some MLM event with no script, right now, me teleporting there, I could give one of the best mindset trainings you've ever seen in your life, and I guarantee you that. I guarantee you I could do that because it is all the same nonsense drivel. That's all it is. It's drivel. It's nothing. It is word salad. It is alphabet soup. It is a nothing burger. And I would be there. You guys have to work on your mindset. Think about it. How many times? This is what God wants for you guys. Write this down. If I poop my pants, think about this, guys. If you poop your pants, are you just going to sit there and sit in the poop? No, you need to take initiative. Write this down. Take initiative. If you poop your pants, who's going to come clean your bum? Your mommy's not working in the business for you. She might be in your downline, but you could just spew nonsense, metaphors, and slick sounding shit all day long. I promise you, it's the easiest thing to do. Are you the main character in your story? Well, then let me ask you this. Why haven't you, write this down, found your happily ever after? You don't know what you don't know. I hope y'all are writing in the chat. Seriously. Sleep 8 hours a night. Eat 3 meals a day. Yeah. You would fake cry for me, Libby? Thank you. I'm in the wrong business. Join for the bag. I swear to God, if it weren't for you guys being so generous with your donations and like keeping the bag flowing here, I would be so tempted to just go over to the dark side just for a little bit. Would I be a soulless zombie filled with guilt, soul-crushing guilt every day of my life? 100%. But would I be absolutely rich, up to the gills with money? 100%. Because, dude, I watch these top-earning guys in all the different MLMs. You name them. The top of the cream of the crop. Jesse Lee, there's a guy who I'm looking at right now in Primerica. There's a guy who I looked at in a previous company that I made videos about, who was also in Vima. And I watch their presentations, and I'm like, I think to myself, I'm a better speaker than those guys. I could do this better. All they do is they go up on stage, repeat after me, believe, 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 believe. Literally, I've seen them do that. Write this down. If it never rained, plants would never grow. They didn't respect me when I was poor as dirt. But you know what? You need dirt to plant a seed. Everyone in the audience. Oh. Write this down. Can a seed grow without water? Obviously not. So let's pretend that your mind is the seed. Your environment is the soil. Now, what are you watering it with? Write this down. Are you watering it with people who are going to help those ideas grow? Or are you surrounding yourself with people who keep stomping on that seed, trying to stop it from growing? Got to cut those people out. Write this down. Cut them out. Because if they don't believe in your dream, well, they must not have dreams of their own. And that's the only reason. It's because people gave up. They gave up on their own dreams. They don't believe in themselves. So what are you watering? Write this down. What? You're out of paper? Get a new notebook. Grab another notebook out your bag. Write this down. Oh, no. Aaron posted pictures from this event in the Discord. I can't believe this. Write this down. Streamlabs.com/Marco54/tip. Write this down. https://streamlabs.com/marco54/tip. Write that down. Write this down. 250 people watching, 191 people clicking like. Doesn't make sense. All right, let me see. Aaron, what did you post? Oh no. Aaron. Wrong button. Aaron posted a picture with Eric Worre. Again, a little photo op with Eric Worre and a selfie with Jessie Lee from, is that from the same event when she was dressed like the Wicked Witch? Yeah, and a selfie with Jessie Lee. That is insane. I'm jealous, and also, that is insane. Guys, make sure you join the Discord. It's free to join. The link is in the description. And when you join, a couple people have messaged me, is your Discord broken? No. You have to click the green checkmark emoji in that verification channel that it takes you to access all the other channels. This is a simple security measure so that people don't, you know, spam the Discord with bots and stuff, and so that I can vet people before they enter and whatever. So, merch idea, notebook that says write this down. Unironically writing that down. You love my British Nectar voice? Thank you. Grab a pen and a paper. I'm ready to... Thou needeth the soils of the earth. Yeah, I mean, anyways, I'm just making my point that I could literally do this. Sensational. For just 2 payments, Marco in 2025. For just two payments of $450, I'll sell you my ebook. Yep. For just $10 a month for the next 126 months, this could be yours. You know. If you don't thumbs up the thing, who's going to do it for you? I do have merch, alwaysmarcomerch.com. Write this down, alwaysmarcomerch.com. We got phone cases, we got t-shirts, we got mugs, more stuff coming soon. Will I sell a course on exposing scammers? I should sell my MLM bingo. All right, I'll plagiarize it from Aaron and Julie Joe, and then I'll sell it in true MLM fashion.
And yet we won't turn that lens on ourselves. If somebody looked at the screen of your life, they could very quickly determine the reasons why and the people that are causing you to play small.
How can, Eric, how could everyone possibly be the main character? We need NPCs. We need NPCs in our life. I'm not going to do the bit again. Y'all liked it when I did that last night, though.
You need to weed the garden.
Wow, he's literally saying the same. I promise you guys, I did not watch this beforehand. He literally used the garden metaphor.
To spend less time with people who are not pushing you in the direction of your dream. And then...
It's simple. When Eric walks over to you, just nod.
You need to invest every minute you possibly can with people who will not allow you to play small. For people who will be your friend in the business, people who will be your coach or your mentor in the business, people who will push you. People who say, no. 10 push-ups. No. Remember your goal.
You need people who will absolutely enslave you to the point that you're going to want to quit. But remember, write this down, quitters never win, winners never quit. What's your why? Do you give me permission as someone who loves you and cares about you, who is a sister and a brother in God, in Christ? Do you give me permission here and now to hold you accountable and remind you of your why if I see you slipping?
Give him hell in the city that can't be named. Question mark.
What city? What city? I don't know. I don't know what you talking about. City? I'm right here. I'm in Edmonton, Alberta. I'm staying right here. I don't know nothing about no city. Thank you for that, Annie. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you, Annie. Question.
Do you like me?
Thank you. Back to my bit. Do you give me permission to remind you of your why? Your why? What's that? You told me when you joined this business that you wanted to pay for your grandmother's cancer treatment. What's your excuse now? But Eric, my grandma died. From what? From cancer. See? We got more work to do. Write this down. Your grandma didn't die from cancer because what is cancer? It's a disease of the body. It's stress. But we know that stress is just a result of vibrating on too low a vibrational frequency. Everything's just energy. It's not even real. When you're vibrating down here, guess what's also down there? Cancer. Your grandma, I'm sorry to say it, but she was vibrating a little too low, and that's what we're trying to fix in you. Trying to break those generational curses. You don't want to be like her, do you? I didn't think so. So write this down. Cancer didn't kill my grandma. Her mindset, grandma's mindset killed grandma. And it might sound harsh, but in this business, I can tell you I've been doing this a long time. All right, I made a lot of money. In this business, it's the people who are going to show you that tough love that you need to keep around you. It's those people who are going to test you and push you to your limit and make you think, am I being abused? Should I quit? But those are the people who are most valuable. I want you to write this down. Your pen's out of ink? Get another one. I want you to scrawl this in to the paper with your fingernail until you draw blood and then write it in the blood. That's how important this is. I want you to write this down. The moments where you feel like you want to quit, that's the time where it's most important to pick yourself up. Now, I'll tell you what. Normally, I keep this. Information exclusive for the people in my elite mentorship circle, all right? We call them the Gold Standard Network. And, people pay a pretty penny to get in there, all right? They pay $997 to access these materials, all right? But, and I have to stress this is a very limited time, limited availability offer. What's that? What? No, it is limited. What do you mean, even though it's a virtual item? What do you mean, technically there's infinite of them, so how could it be limited? Just trust me when I tell you it's limited. See, you're not listening. Do as I say, not as I do. Right? Who's the mentor here? $997 normally people pay for this price. People pay $997 normal price for this product, for this training, to change your life. $997 throughout the course of your life, it's pennies. If you got rid of all the alcohol and drug money that you'd be spending every month, that money would come to you like that. $997. But I see something in you, and you took a chance on me to be here with me today. So let me tell you something, all right? And you keep this between us, right? Because this is a give and take right here. This is a good flow we got going. And I see something in you. You remind me of myself 20 years ago. I'm going to give you this course. For free? No, hold on, not for free. I'm going to give you this course for $397 USD all in. Now that's me taking money out of my kids' mouths, all right, to give you this information for only $397, all right? I don't feel good about doing that, but I'm doing that for you. So write this down, $397. Write this down. Oh my God. My grandma did actually die of cancer this past summer. So. Sorry, I know. See, I could do this in my sleep. I could do this. You think I couldn't do this for 20 minutes? Of course I could. Buy our product for $5.99. Product pack, you'll get 4 pens. Yeah, the starter pack, MLM starter pack, it's just like literally tool materials, notebooks and shit, pens. Alex is in for the $3.97. Y'all can give me $3.97 or $3.97 if you want at streamlabs.com/Marco54/tip. That's what I know for this amazing training. And you can thumbs up the stream for absolutely free.
Thumbs up the king.
Partial payment for the course. Thank you. See, there's Flip making his first installment payment of $19.99. He's getting close. See, he's planting the seed. Remember we talked about that? Remember you wrote that down in your notes?
This is partial payment for the course.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Wow. Ghost said, I was invited to an MLM recruiting event, and they deadass told me the half price thing. I was on chemo at that time. I mentioned that and said I can't afford it. Wow. No disclaimer here, y'all. You are getting absolutely screwed on this one.
Your big mouth, big shot goal that you set at GoPro Recruiting Mastery, that wasn't a fairy tale. That was for real. There's nothing stopping you from doing it but you. You need people in your life that'll say that, have the courage to say that to your face, and then won't back away when you say, hey, mind your own business.
Just smile and nod, boys.
That's what you need in your life. You need people who will not let you hide.
You need people who will not let you have fun, people who will not let you contact your friends and family and engage with them about matters of their personal lives. And you need people, most importantly, who are going to not let you even sleep. Those are the people you need.
From the world.
I call all my elite training clients, I call them every day at 3:06 a.m. sharp
Thumbs
every
up,
single
Jack
day to
King.
wake them up. Thank you, Michael M. I call every one of my recruits at 3:06 a.m. at the same time. Conference call, all of them. Anyone who don't pick up the phone, they're out. No refund. Because that's the time I wake up, baby. I go to bed 10 p.m., wake up 3 a.m. 5 hours. Even then, I feel guilty sleeping so much. There's money to be made. People to help. That's what we do. We help people. I'm just helping people. We don't recruit. We sponsor. All right? Don't let me ever hear you say that R word again. We sponsor people in this business. Just like Alcoholics Anonymous will sponsor their friend with an addiction. That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm sponsoring people with their addictions. Addictions to slave mindsets, poverty mindsets, 9-to-5s. Now, if that ain't the damn closest thing to a miracle I can think of on God's green earth, then Lord, strike me down where I stand. Because I know I'm helping people, and I'm proud of what I do, I'll tell you that much. I'm proud of what I do. I help people. Unfortunately, most people don't want to help themselves. That's why there's a 99% loss rate, right? Wasn't me, it wasn't us. Look at me. Look at my Rolex. Look at my car. Look at my wife. Look at my girlfriend. Look at my mistress. Look at my daughter. You think I have all this stuff because I'm hurting people? You think I'm scamming people? Why am I not in jail then? Look at this. Look at this. The government doesn't allow people who do crime to stay in business. So write this down. Get that out of your mind. Write this down. This is not crime. All right? May God murder my children. Y'all remember when we watched that Kevin Gates interview and he said, may God murder my children if I'm lying. You are in a cult, Katrina. Welcome, 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 welcome. It's Den says, I'm a cult person, but a cult I refuse to join is MLM. That's so funny that you're like, oh, you're in multiple cults. Oh, man. Some will, some won't, so what? Exactly. Does this not sound like exactly the type of shit you hear? Maybe a little bit hyperbolized, but come on, dude. We love you, Aaron. All right. I probably missed some comments, but I'll watch them on the replay. I don't want to waste y'all's time here. All right, let's get back to it with this value. Let's provide value.
World. Because that's what people do. They hide from the world. And guess what? Saddest thing in the world for me is seeing you here ready, excited, ready to take on the world. And then you go home and life starts to do its thing. It gets in the way. And pretty soon you snap your fingers and a year's gone by. Just like that. Bam. Gone. I don't want to see you lose that. So you need to weed the garden and you need to fill the
I don't want to see you lose that. I want to see you back here next year paying $1,000 for this bullshit.
garden with people and processes that are going to push you in the direction of your dreams, because your dreams are worth it. You're worth it. If you're going to play big, surround
Where are you, Aaron? I'm looking for you.
yourself with people who are going to do it. Clear the decks of all the distractions that have maybe...
I have a real genuine question for Aaron, who was actually at this event in person, if you're still watching, Aaron. When you were there, was there any thought going through your head of like, I've heard this same thing before, like, why did I spend my money on this? Or like, what are the thoughts in your mind when this is happening, when you're writing this down and all that? Like, what are you actually thinking? That's my question.
helped you create your identity, but they haven't served you. Let somebody else mow the lawn. Let somebody else wash the floors. Let somebody else do the things that you've been filling up your little to-do list. You know what robs people of more success than anything else? Their little to-do lists.
The irony from somebody who's always saying, write this down.
I should do this and this and this and this and this. And that list never goes away. And their dreams never become reality.
Tisk tisk.
Clear the decks. Decide to go. Create a support system around you. Make the investment to have things taken care of for you, and then fill get that gap with the activity that you know that you're afraid of, but that you know will get you the results if you do it long enough. That's where you need to stay.
Don't stay in tomorrow. You've got to, at some point.
Just mindless. I'm going to say a bad word. Fucking babble. Babble. It's non-speak. Like, what do you even write down there? What up, Mr. There's No Spoon? Thank you. Making it up? Totally. If 99% fail, why is it that I have a Bugatti and you have a Honda? I would love to borrow a cowboy hat, Diesel, darling. I've been actually thinking recently I need a cowboy hat.
Thumbs up da tings goons. Let's go.
Thumbs up the ting, y'all.
Thumbs up the ting.
I've been thinking, and thank you for that, by the way, Mr. There's No Spoon. I've been thinking, man, unironically, like seriously, I need a cowboy hat. I'm from Alberta, bro. I rode horses growing up in Saskatchewan in the summer with my relatives who own farms. Literally. I was about to say I'm white, but I got white relatives on that side who, let me just put it to you like this. I have an uncle, a great uncle named Russ, and another one named Keith. Okay? I don't play about my cowboy levels here. My cowboy levels are off the charts. Matter of fact, today on Snapchat, I put on that little cowboy filter on my face. Fit like a glove. So I definitely do actually need after this Dono Go is done, cowboy hat, Dono Go. Mark my words. I'll start wearing it on stream too. Aaron says, the thoughts after attending these events for so many years was looking for the golden nugget versus writing everything down. Damn, so you would pay for these just hoping for one bar? Just one good bar? Insane. Why write it down? Tell your downline to write it for you. Tell your downline, write it down. Yep. Insane. Thank you, Annie Duriez. I'm reading your guys' comments. Am I on some Yellowstone shit? I don't know what Yellowstone's that cowboy show. I never seen it, but I just know the cowboy blood, it's in my veins, all right? A golden nugget per session. I see. Wow. Oh, I see. Got you. All right, so it was worth it. Worth it. Oh my God, you can watch the entire GoPro 4-hour virtual conference? Ooh. Know what we should do? Here we go. Let's watch a sales training, and we're gonna watch this. I have to take a little peek at this. Like Pitbull and Eric Worre?
Oh. What do I call you? Pitbull, Armando, Mr. Worldwide. You have all these names.
I confuse myself sometimes too.
I know.
This, the combined ick of the two guys in this video, I'm gonna need to take a shower after we watch this. So I apologize in advance. I'm gonna need to take a shower after I watch this video.
I know.
Definitely for this interview, we can do Armando.
Armando.
Yeah.
Great to meet you.
Yeah, same here, Eric.
I've been a big fan for a long time.
Appreciate it.
Have you? Name 3 songs. Name 3 Pitbull songs, you poser.
My wife and I have been to your concerts, and we love your music. And,
Thank you.
And
when you sang at the hotel, motel, Holiday Inn, when you sang She Wants That Sweet, That Nasty, That Gushy Stuff, Pitbull, me and my wife, we just went, this guy's great. This guy's great. When you said culo, me and my wife, we just thought, wow, this guy's special.
What is your life like? I mean, the life that you live.
Well,
So scary the way he's staring at him.
Traveling around the world, doing all the stuff that you do.
Well, I've been very blessed, but my life, to be honest with you, it's normal.
Yeah?
You know, I don't let the game play.
I'm just a regular guy, man. Hey, Mr. Worldwide, just a regular guy. Just a regular guy. Eric Worre doing it. Eric Worre paid me $1 million for this.
I play the game. So with that said, we've worked very, very hard to be able to create our own agendas, our own schedules, and create our own opportunities. Okay, it's taken a long time. I've been in the game 17 years. We've put out 10 albums. Like you said, we've traveled the world, which has been the best form of education. And as far as sold millions of records, been in amazing award shows. I mean, one of my favorites, I was just at the Songwriters Hall of Fame.
Has anyone ever had a Pitbull poster on their wall? Like, who's out there like, Pitbull, your music changed my life?
Getting inducted as a global ambassador with Jay-Z, Berry Gordy, Smokey Robinson, Bon Jovi was there. I mean, it was just an honor to be in that room. So those are the kind of things to me that are priceless. And when I mean awards, I always say when we get awards,
Pitbull and Hitler are neck and neck for the worst mustaches ever.
Kids don't need awards, okay?
Right.
And I don't think pawn shops pay much for them, to be honest with you. But
these guys do both have beautiful eyes. I'm gonna give them that.
Be able to be in those situations and learn from those kind of folks, to me, it's become a normal part of our life, to be honest with you. So I don't take anything for granted. I appreciate every opportunity. And more than anything,
you served him in a hookah lounge in Ottawa? That is the most Pitbull thing you could have ever said. Or do you mean Eric Worre? Eric Worre at a Pitbull, Eric Worre going to the hookah bar before the Pitbull concert in Ottawa? Y'all, I'm dead.
Enjoy the ride, because life is short, man.
Yeah. Well, you're a worldwide iconic entertainer.
Thank you.
And you're the list of accolades is really, really long. And we do this event for entrepreneurs once a year, right?
Oh, I know CJE Badass. I know Pitbull and Flo Rida dominated the radio, but they were just like background music, party songs that you heard in a club or on the radio. Whose life was actually like, who actually listens to a Pitbull song and is like, this takes me back? Or like, yeah, this one changed my life. I was gonna kill myself, but then I heard this Pitbull album. Nobody like that. Nobody on this planet has that story.
Yes.
And we bring in thought leaders from all over the world.
Hey, happy birthday, Rebecca. And I couldn't think of a better way for you to spend it. So happy birthday to you, Rebecca. For real.
Do you like me?
That's awesome. That's awesome.
When I first announced that Pitbull, Mr. Worldwide, is going to come to GoPro Recruiting Mastery in November 2017, and he's going to speak, everybody's like, what? Because what they don't know,
LOL, Joey K. I was not going to kill myself, and then I heard the Pitbull album.
what a lot of people don't know is your story and the entrepreneurial spirit that you have. What I'm most interested in, two things.
Yeah, Velvet, you like the sound effect? That's my favorite sound effect, the Scott Johnson, Do You Like Me?
Fire me up. One is an artist of any sort. And two is an entrepreneur, somebody who thinks outside of the box in whatever arena.
Is Eric Worre literally wearing makeup, bro?
So my first question down this road is you talk about
literally freestyling this
in your songs, turning your life from negative to positive.
Yes.
And that's not
a rapper talking about turning their life from negative to positive. What alternate dimension have I stepped into where rappers have these amazing concepts and stories for their songs? I have never seen anything like this, y'all.
just a lyric. That really happened.
Yes.
You know, so tell me more about that experience.
Well, look, to be an artist, you are an entrepreneur. You're always going against the grain. You're going against people that don't believe in you. You're going against, every time you do have a quote-unquote hit record, the next record is never as big as the last record. So you constantly have to reinvent yourself. You have to
constantly reinvent yourself. This is a guy who's been wearing the same outfit since I've never seen him wear a different outfit other than that suit and dress pants ever. If Pitbull walked up to me wearing a hoodie and jeans, I'd be like, who is this? He could literally pull off the hood and go, hey, it's Pitbull, dale. And I go, who?
have to apply untraditional, unconditional, and innovative way of thinking on how to move.
Pitbull going, if there's one thing I know about Pitbull, he's going to get through these questions and collect that money for this interview. He is going to make something up.
And maneuver and navigate where you're going to go, no? And where does this entrepreneurial spirit come from? Where does this fighter come from? Where does this hustler come from? Well, it comes from, I'm a first-generation Cuban-American, living the American dream, broke all the chains. My grandmother was a part of the revolution in Cuba.
What are they going to sell us at the end of this?
You know, along Castro, she was one of the first 4 women that was up in the mountains fighting with him. My aunt, political prisoner. My mother came over in an operation called Peter Pan. She didn't get to see her family. I was at 10 years old. She didn't see her family. It was only from 3 to 7 years, again in New Jersey. And then my father, he came over because they won the lottery in Cuba. And the lottery in Cuba is real simple. It's no money. You win freedom. So to be able to be born in the United States in 1981, which was right after the Mariel boat lift, this was all injected into me, injected into me, injected into me. What? Take advantage of this opportunity to be in this country. Take advantage of the fact that you control your own destiny. Take advantage of the fact that you can be what...
I wonder what his why is. Hilarious. We're hearing it right now, Sweet Goth BFTV.
Whatever you want to be in this country, and take advantage of the fact that you have freedom. So when those things were...
I know it's showing Pitbull right now and we can't see Eric, but I know Eric's face as he's sitting there right now listening is like this. And then he goes back to saying something serious. He's like, that's 100% his face right now.
Injected into me every morning. They spoke about the story and what went on and why I'm so blessed to be in the United States of America. Growing up in Miami at a time that it was economically probably the most powerful city in the United States of America, but not because it was legally done that way, because it was the cocaine capital. So while I'm watching everything move, I'm watching entrepreneurs. I'm watching guys make something out of nothing because they're moving a product. They're finding new ways to get it there. So what did I take?
Eric's like, and you know, the cool thing about drug dealing is that is network marketing. You know, you market into your network. Who's in your neighborhood? It's the same as what we do, except what we do is legal. So come on over here.
I take that drive, that hustle, that fighter, everything that I'm watching in the streets while I'm growing up, and I go, wait a second, how do we put this together? And that was music. Music is a product, and I have to find ways on how to move it, right? Well, my mother growing up had every job known to man, worked, I mean, me personally, I went to probably about 25 different schools, lived in good neighborhoods, bad neighborhoods, worse neighborhoods. But my mother sold water. I was right there with her knocking on doors. My mother sold cable. I was right there knocking on doors with her. She sold Avon. I was right there knocking on doors with her.
Oh no, Pitbull's mom was in MLM.
Amway, I mean, you name it.
I actually cannot believe that.
Knocking on doors with her. She sold Avon. I was right there knocking on doors with her. Amway, I mean, you name it. She did it. I was there with her when she would do telemarketing, and I seen how she would pick up the phone, and I started working in telemarketing, picking up phones, and I learned that I think that not only to be an entrepreneur is thinking outside the box. That I agree with 150%, but I also think it's all about an approach. And not only an approach physically, an approach mentally. Because if you're chasing money, it runs. All right? If you're making money, it's different. All right? So for people that are entrepreneurs, there's no...
The most heartbreaking celebrity what's really hurt me to see a celebrity promoting an MLM is when Kobe spoke at a PHP event for Patrick Bet-David, and when Jamie Foxx, arguably one of the most talented people in human history, has for years now performed at the Market America big corporate events each year. That one really stings. That really sucks.
Cut in the corner. There's no magic bullet. There's no cheat sheet. It's really simple, as complex as it may sound. Hard work. Work hard. Believe in yourself. They tell me all the time, Chico, that's another name that I got, by the way. They say, Chico,
Marco having a debate with Pitbull, that'd be amazing.
You're so lucky, Chico. I said, man, you know what's funny? Harder I work, luckier I get. It's really that simple. And people think that there's something genius to the things that we do.
Oh no, Pitbull was in a Herbalife convention. That's sad. Herbalife literally fucking over more Mexican people than any other demographic, and him being Cuban fucking over his fellow Spanish-speaking. That's sad.
And it's not, because look, in the music business, it's just that. Music, business.
Totally speaking bumper stickers.
And it's a business where half of them don't know music and half of them don't know business. Have no business in music. What is this? I'm confused, right? Well, guess what we have to constantly do? Fight. Because it's 90% business, 10% talent, and I'm far from talented. But
that's one thing I'll agree with so far.
I'll outwork you. I'll out-hustle you. And I have a lion's heart, you know? And when I say I mean we, I mean us, because there's no way I do
When I say I mean we, I mean us, I mean you, actually.
this by myself. We have an amazing team that understands the vision, which there's a saying in Spanish is paso corto vista larga, which is short steps, long vision.
Pitbull, Dale, Marco, Mickey. Yeah.
And I think everybody now, we're living in a society that's filled with instant gratification. Instant gratification. But if they only knew, the more you want things faster, okay, and they come fast, because we used to say it about drug money in the streets. What comes quick leaves quicker, because it's easy money. You don't appreciate it. You don't understand it. So to me, it's not about building a business and making all this money. Yes, don't get me wrong. There's no hidden agenda here, guys. We all want to generate. I get that part.
Looks right into the camera.
But man, the priceless part is the journey. The priceless part is all the no's you ran into, all the failures that happen, all the slip-ups, all the times.
What's up, Emily? Yeah, somebody here put an interesting comment. They said, other entertainers at other conventions can argue they didn't know it was an MLM, but if you meet with Eric Worre, the entertainer knows exactly what's up. Maybe even not then, you know?
You got knocked down. That is the fun part of the story. That's why when you get in a circle of people and you're talking to them about success and you're talking to them about what it's really like, they respect you and they love to be around you because you admit what it took to get there. You know, and that to me is a true entrepreneur, a true fighter, someone that goes, you knock me down, but wait till I get back up. Oh, it's gonna be so much fun, you know? And those are the things that I look forward to. And there's little things that I tell people all the time in success.
Eric Worre's business model is actually genius, though. Rather than him having to worry about being attached or associated with a company like an MLM company that gets into legal trouble, he just has sort of set himself up as like a Tony Robbins type guy, but specifically dealing with MLM, where he will commiserate with, and it's smart because he has a much wider customer base. The people who are of a specific MLM, they're dealing with their own constituents and trying to recruit people. Eric can just sort of ride the wave of every company's new recruits every single year. It's pretty clever. Pretty clever. Slimy and greasy, obviously, but clever.
All right.
And we're almost at 300 viewers, y'all. Thumbs up the stream.
It's like making a record. It's not just making it, it's about maintaining it, right? So to me, you have levels of success. You succeed, that's making it. Success is maintaining it. When you understand those two, then you are successful. Right? But people don't break down words. Me, I live in a life of constantly playing with words, you know, and finding double meanings to them, and how to make something so simple.
What was the hidden meaning when you said hotel, motel, holiday inn?
But yet so genius. Well, if you break down the word suck.
I'm listening. That is a drop for the soundboard. I cannot lie to you. That is a drop for the soundboard. If you break down the word suck. What was the question? The question that he's answering here in this long-winded monologue was probably like, how did you get started? I don't even remember what the question was. Oh my God. If you break down the word suck. I'm listening, Pitbull. I'm listening. What's the next word? Me? Let me go back.
Something so simple, but yet so genius. Well, if you break down the word success, it's telling you everything. When you get to a certain level of success, you're giving people access to suck in excess.
What the fuck? You guys, I've been exposed. My entire goal, the reason why I started YouTube, was to get to a position for people to suck. What can I say? I'm a cold-blooded celebrity, y'all. I'm a cold-blooded, self-serving, evil capitalist celebrity, and all I want is to get famous and get sucked.
Marco.
Write this down. Suck. I cannot believe this. I cannot believe this is real. Bro, what the hell? What on earth? Eric Worre's face sitting there.
Marco.
Sorry, Eric Worre. Pitbull. Well, if you break down the word suck. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God, I can't believe this, bro. No. Y'all are hilarious. You give people access to suck in excess? Are they sucking in the concept of excess, like wealth, or are they sucking you excessively? B.
Marco is the best.
Thank you, B.
Do you like me?
Thank you, B. Success. I cannot believe this, you guys. Play it again so we can take notes. Okay, I'm going to rewind it. Y'all better write this down. All right, we're going back.
On the word success, it's telling you everything. When you get to a certain level of success, you're giving people access to suck in excess. That's what success becomes. As an artist.
How the fuck do you even get that when you break down the word, though? I'm so confused. Let me think about this here for a second. Success. The first part being to suck, and the second part being excess. It's such a reach, but I'll allow it. I hope y'all wrote that down.
You have a manager sucking. You have the label sucking, agent sucking, taxes sucking. Then comes friends, family, everybody, one way or another, hitting you, hitting you. When you find...
I cannot believe this. I cannot believe that this video has Pitbull explaining all the different ways in which different people suck. Aaron says the only thing better is Eric teaching the 7 deadly sins of MLM, and one being don't sleep with your downline at an event. Oh my God. No. Everyone's sucking you. This is making me want to join whatever goddamn business they got going on here.
Marco!
I cannot, bro.
Billions and billions.
This is exciting me. This is making me excited. Drop, drop, drop. Yeah, these are all drops, dude. These are all drops for the soundboard. I can't believe this. This whole video is a drop. I'll just press one button on the soundboard and it'll play the entire audio of this interview. That's what I need.
And realize that is a part of sucking. To suck in it.
We gotta run it again.
When you get to a certain level of success, you're giving people access to suck in excess.
Emily W says bricked. I'm not gonna lie to you, y'all. I never thought I would be saying this, but Pitbull is getting me bricked right now, y'all. Pitbull is getting me bricked.
That's what success becomes. As an artist, you have a manager sucking. You have the label sucking, agent sucking, taxes sucking. Then comes friends, family, everybody, one way or another, hitting you, hitting you. When you finally realize that is a part of success,
Pitbull just became in my top 3 favorite rappers of all time. Crazy.
Then you can become successful. It no longer bothers you. Now it's like, okay, I get it. I see one. Lawsuits.
Thank you. Thank you, Elena. I appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Do you like me?
You can become successful. It no longer bothers you. Now it's like, okay, I get it. I see one. Lawsuits.
Your friends and family are sucking you? Wow. Yeah, right? They're a close family.
I mean, lawsuits to me are a great thing. I get hit with a lawsuit, I say, oh, man.
Everybody suck that like button right now.
Thumbs up the team.
Man, we're doing something amazing. Someone's paying attention. The bigger the company, the better we're doing. That's the way I look at it. But that's my outlook on it. So as an entrepreneur and everybody out there is trying to create something, invent something, and be innovative, just know that it comes with valleys, peaks, ups, downs, speed bumps. I mean, you...
Sucking, fucking, slurping, slobbing, twisting, tugging, jerking. My dog sucking, the mailman sucking, the lady at Applebee's sucking, the bank manager sucking, the Uber driver sucking. Everybody's sucking me.
Name it. That's the priceless part of being an entrepreneur. I think it's the story and the journey.
Most of the audience.
New merch. Suck me. Suck you. Suck everyone. Bop it. Bop it. Twist it. Suck it. You cannot make this up. Y'all cannot make this up. Okay? Hilarious.
That's watching this and is going to be seeing you in November.
There's going to be people watching this, and they're going to be sucking as well. As a matter of fact, there's people getting sucked while they watch this, and there's people sucking, and at the corner of their eye, they're watching this. So,
these people are in the network marketing business. They're selling products and services. They're building.
Why is it? Eric's literally wearing like lip gloss and eye makeup.
Of other people doing the same thing.
Dude, he's literally wearing makeup. Marco, do you need a manager? Yeah, let's go. The qualifications are very strict. Luis likes turtles. Can you suck? Because if not, you're not going to get the job. Because I'm in the business of success. I run a successful business, and it requires me to get sucked steadily by everyone all the time in order to maintain said success.
They're building it out of their home, and this is not a traditional path.
LOL, Eric looks like Uncle Fester. True.
You know, most people are raised to get an education, get a job, work for the man, and these people want to go a different route. You know, first of all, what do you think about a person making that choice to be in business for themselves?
Jesse Lee did his makeup. No, he's not dark enough.
To be in network marketing. And
if Jesse Lee did his makeup, he'd be looking like Chadwick Boseman. And
what advice do you have for them, maybe when they face resistance from their friends, family, you know, people that don't understand what they're doing?
Look, I think Nike being one of the biggest companies in the world, they have the best slogan, just do it. You know? And we were in one of the neighborhoods I lived in Miami, is a neighborhood called Wynwood. They would always say, don't talk about it, be about it. When people don't believe in what you got going on, they just did you a favor. You don't need them in your circle. And sometimes, you know, said God had a saying, and he said, I gave you friends to apologize for your family. Okay? Because sometimes our inner circle are the first ones bringing us down. And I use this analogy all the time. I said, it's crazy, because when you're a baby and you go...
You're a baby, nobody's sucking you. It's not till you get older you get sucked.
To get up and you go to walk, what's the first thing everybody does? Oh my God, look! Oh, look at Jimmy's walking! Boom, Jimmy falls. But they go, get back up, come on. Hey, everybody, come see this. And everybody's like, yeah. You know why Jimmy walks? Because everybody's motivating him to walk. Well, it's the total opposite as you get into, you become an adult. You try to become a lawyer, a doctor, or anything you want to do, open a business. Everybody's, oh, that's not going to work. Why are you even thinking like that? Why are you even, you should...
Who has ever said, nah, man, don't be a doctor. That's never going to work. Don't be a lawyer. That's never going to work. Who has said that?
Just go get a 9-to-5. You just did me a favor. Thank you. I appreciate you. You just motivated me. And as in this journey, as you take it, you start to find people that understand your vision. And you motivate them, they motivate you, and that's where you really become a team, and you start to execute and start to bring things to life. Now, mind you, here's the fun part. That as these things come to life, those same people that told you you weren't going to make it, you weren't going to do it, you're crazy, are the same people telling you, hey, man, great idea. Hey, Pitt, can I get some tickets to the concert? You know what? Absolutely, Babo. And I'm going to put you in the best seats.
One of your secrets to success, I know, you're a very humble guy, which is surprising to me for a superstar.
Oh, thank you.
But you're talking about 10% talent. I think your fans and most people in the world would disagree with that. But you talk about one of your secrets to success being hard work. What's another thing that kind of separates you as an entrepreneur, as an artist, from people that maybe aren't as successful as you? What's your secret sauce when it comes to what causes you to excel?
Well, I love new challenges. I love the fight. You know, and what I mean by fighting is not that I'm going out there looking for, you know, a battle to be a part of. No, but if we come up with an idea and we feel that it's great and we feel that it can make a change one way or another, we fight for it. Right? And that to me, since I've seen it happen over and over again, I'm going through it right now. On this album right now, Climate Change. We've done business with this label now. We've been partners with them for close to 10 years, okay? Giving them endless amount of hits. And sometimes you get caught up in the business. Good thing is that we always invest into ourselves. That's another thing that I'll tell entrepreneurs. Always invest into yourself. Always invest into who's going to be a person that's going to help you grow to the next level or whatever product it may be.
So y'all, I had to go get sucked real quick. LOL at him calling his album Climate Change.
Maybe. Always invest into yourself. Best investment you can make. And you know, I feel that on this project, they kind of, they let it out to hang and dry, let's just say. But it doesn't bother us. Why? Because we've invested into ourselves so much throughout the years that it's all about just staying relevant. It doesn't bother me what numbers look like or they don't look like, because these guys are constantly trying to flip and manipulate the metrics of the music business now, because they don't even know the business. So 1 week it'll tell you, oh, to get a #1, you need X amount of views on YouTube. But to get a #1 now, you got to be this on Spotify. To get a #1 now, you got to do this. Hey, but every other week you guys are changing the metrics. So that just shows me you guys really don't know what you're talking about. So as long as you stay relevant, let's say in my business, you're able to do that because you've built a platform. that allows us to fight. That allows us to take on new challenges. That allows us to think out the box. That allows us to have that entrepreneurship spirit.
You think it's adaptability?
Well,
Such a Kodak moment. LOL, Joseph. True. Marco going to the side to shake some ketones in that bottle. Yeah, totally.
The ability to kind of move with whatever happens,
That's
and it
for
doesn't matter what anybody else does?
To be able to adapt to any environment, yes. And I grew up like that. I grew up in so many different neighborhoods that it's never been a problem for us to pivot. And just, because it's really just a tweak when you think about it, right? But for people out there, yes, it's hard. And you wouldn't want anything that's easy, I would say, right? But as long as you're having fun and the people around you, you're happy around them, there's no tension, there's no crabs in a bucket effect, that's what makes it so fun. The journey, priceless. I'll continue to say that because that's really what it's about. You know, right now, as far as ourselves, we have an amazing team, an amazing infrastructure. We're a one-stop shop. We do everything pretty much for ourselves. And that's what makes this so much fun and what we get a chance to do, whether it's in music, whether it's in businesses that we're involved with and partners that we're involved in from every, I would say, spectrum of business, or whether it's in education.
Can I ask you about that?
Absolutely.
You started...
How is Pitbull going on these long monologues for such simple questions? I actually thought maybe this was going to be a whack, very bland interview, but Pitbull talking about sucking so early into it really just... Yeah, Jennifer says, that was real quick. That sucked. Well, what can I say? I get it done quick. I get it done with the quickness. Wow, man. Literally cannot make this shit up. Shilling MLMs doesn't seem relevant to me. Yeah. The fact that you're doing an interview with Eric Worre proves how not relevant you are.
Some charter schools called SLAM.
Correct.
And there's one here in Las Vegas. What does SLAM stand for?
SLAM stands for Sports Leadership, Arts, and Management.
And what was your vision behind formulating these charter schools?
Well, the system failed me. You know, I grew up going to public schools. Like I said, I was on tour before I went on tour on music in schools. So being that I went to so many different schools in so many different areas and seeing that it's more of a system that's built to fail instead of to pass. I'll give you an example. If I got a straight A on a test, I wouldn't get 2 A's. But if I showed up late to class, I'd get 4 F's. It's like, whoa, wait a second. This is, the balance is off here. So my mother, which is the person that really educated me, my mother was the one that would sit me down and just talk to me about things and allow my mind to think. She said, no one is dumb and no one is stupid. You just have to figure out on how you learn. So me personally, I can read, but by the 3rd page, I'm going, what did I read on the 1st page? That's just how my mind works. But I'm good at hands-on learning, listening, watching, let's say documentaries, love things like that.
What was even the question?
When I spoke to my partner in this, which he's the biggest charter school provider.
No one is dumb, no one is stupid, except me, always stupid Marco, according to Scott and Peter. You know?
Marco! Play it some more, Marco.
United States of America. And his schools produce, which every year they're top 5.
Wait, by the way, Scott and Peter did a show tonight, right? Has it been posted yet, or are they taking their sweet time with it?
In the United States of America or top 2 in Florida, okay? I told him, man, we should do something for the kids that excites them, that they're engaged in. So what better than sports? And the beautiful thing about sports is it teaches discipline, it teaches teamwork, it teaches the harder you work, the better you get. It teaches punctuality, it teaches accountability, where, you know...
This whole thing, some people are asking, how is this relevant to MLMs? It's obviously not relevant to MLMs on the surface, but just like all of these grifters, you know, the Eric Worres, the Patrick Bet-Davids, you name it, who hire people like... You know, Patrick Bet-David, he's had Kobe, he's had Shaq, he's had Jordan Peterson. He's had so many people that are uber famous come and speak at his events so that they can talk in very vague general terms about society or business principles or hard work or, you know, rags to riches stories, whatever it is, so that they can then later you know, they just use this to add credibility to themselves. Oh, look, this guy did an interview with Kobe. This guy, he knows what he's talking about when he tries to sell me his course. He knows what he's talking about when he's trying to sell me his income opportunity. And a lot of the things, like, I'm sure Eric has used this and, you know, in talks and been like, recently in my conversation with Pitbull, we were talking about the importance of blah, 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 and his mom did Amway, which is a great company, and we need to just sort of twisting it in delicate ways to try to make it pertinent to what they are shilling you at that moment. It's all just, it's a long con, you know? So it's a shame, really. It's gross. Sent you a super chat there. Oh, check Discord. Sent you a super chat there. Yeah. So Scott and Peter think super chats get sent on Discord because they're 100 years old. So let's see what is in the Discord. There was a new episode that dropped. It's in Discord. Oh, it's out? Write this down. Oh, Dave Vaughn already posting memes in the Discord. You guys got to join the Discord. A bunch of you joined, but some of you guys did not click the green verification check mark to allow yourself to get access. So make sure you do that. And, okay, here, there's a new episode. Do you know if they talked about me in it, NPAS? If you poop your pants, take initiative. Remember, wipe your butt. You don't know what you don't know. Sleep 8 hours a day. Eat 3 times a day. Yes, so Dave Vaughn was writing the things I was saying. If it never rained, plants would never grow. Get away from seed stompers. Quitters never win, winners never quit. Grandma died from cancer. Grandma died from low energy. I am a generational curse. Grandma's mindset killed her. Farmer Joe will fix my mindset. When I want to quit, that's when I need to pick myself up. And he has it written in the blood. Like I said, write it down with your finger until you draw blood and scrawl it onto the paper with your blood. Hilarious, Dave. Great notebook, Dave. That's a really good notebook. Really good. Okay. Dave says, start at around 9 minutes, 30 seconds for the new Building Fortunes radio. Okay, guys, are we ready to move on from Pitbull and Eric Worre for a minute and start the and see what Scott and Peter had to say about me tonight on Building Fortunes radio? I think they brought up his school to say, look what you can do with this MLM income. They constantly want you to make your why something bigger. Yeah. Link for the Discord is in the description. By the way, if you start the stream late, you can rewind and just put the stream on like 1.5 or 1.75 or 2x speed and catch up. And then once it catches up to the current point, it'll automatically go back to regular speed and you'll just be caught up watching with the rest of us. And thumbs up the stream too, by the way. We're almost at 300 likes. Can we get there? That'd be sweet, and it'd be a really nice way for me to know if you like me.
Do you like me?
Here we go. Let me start get my Spanish fever vaccination before you start up their crusty-ass show, right? Okay, here we go. Let's watch it. We'll come back to Pitbull after, potentially. We're almost done that one anyways, but let's check out what Scott and Peter had to say on tonight's episode of Building Fortunes Radio. I'm very excited. Okay, I'm very excited. So let's see. Here we go. Start around.
Welcome to Building Fortunes Radio.
You gotta get that theme song, though.
Make sure you check us out at buildingfortunesradio.com. Along with our marketing partners, we're here to help our PM Marketing Network Lead customers build their businesses and make the world a better place. At Building Fortunes, we know how much your business means to you and the people important to you. So spread the word, tell a friend, join our newsletter, and go make a difference in your world. Now on to our show with your host, Peter Mingles.
Woo!
Hello, everyone. Peter Mingles here. You're listening to us on Building.
Hello, Peter Mingles here. Hi, welcome to Burger King. This is Peter Mingles here. Hi, welcome to Burger King. What can I get for you? Hi, welcome to Burger King. There's a lack of retail sales and tool scams. All right, so Dave says start around 9:30. So I'll start around 9:30. Thank you, Dave, for finding that so quick. Here we go. Let's start from 9 minutes.
Right. And so, start his show and play us live.
Okay, here, they're talking about me. Let me go back.
He had to get his shot in the illegal pyramid, and the stock went way, way down. And then different things happened. I won't go through all the details, but eventually he had to back out of the deal. But recently he was quoted.
Here we go. Ready? Yeehaw, it's bull wrangling time.
Yeehaw, it's bull wrangling time.
Here we go.
In a different company that was being investigated by a third company, and that third company said, hey, this, and I can't remember the name of the company, but it's based in India.
They're talking about my debate with Dominic Izzo. This is going to be good.
And they said, hey, this is a total scam. And Bill said, hey, I looked at that analysis, and I think they're right. You know, I think that company in India is a scam. And excuse me. And he said, by the way, Herbalife is still a scam too. So he had to get his shot in about Herbalife while he was talking about this other company. And he's been out of it for now, what, 5 years, I think?
What up, Andrea?
2018 when he finally pulled away from his short position with Herbalife. So it's kind of interesting how
they're talking about Bill Ackman.
Those things, you know, go around and sort of have this life of their own, right? And so, you know, particularly for the new listeners, and I don't know if you listen to this part of one of Marco's recent videos, his live streams on YouTube, Peter, but Marco is convinced that we changed the time of this show just so that he could not start his show and play us live and embarrass us, you know, while he does his live stream. He thinks we're dodging him. And then he said, but I'm going to start earlier. So I don't know if he's actually starting earlier tonight, but he said he would. He probably forgot about it. You know, Mark.
I love Scott's little giggle. This audio drop is my favorite.
Do you like me?
The little giggle. Ugh. I do smile when they say my name, Morgan. I love them.
Stupid.
There's no saga quite like this on the internet. You guys, I make a promise to you right now, okay? Because some of you guys, when you come in here, you're new, you're like, what's the lore with Scott Johnson and Peter Mingles? And I'm doing a great disservice to you by not compiling all of the footage into one video and giving you like a... Honestly, this could be a yearly series. Marco versus Building Fortunes Radio highlights 2023, and just have a highlight for each year with every time I talked about them or like the best moments of when we talked. But at the very least, I need to go back to the first time I talked about them on stream and download that stream and edit that into its own little video to explain the full lore. So that way when people watch my streams or whatever and we do this, they know who I'm talking about. But yeah, the lore runs very, very deep. And Dave, you're right. There is no saga quite like this on the internet. And these two, yeah, totally. Sherry, these two men, they never get sucked. Never. So let's check it out.
He is known as Always Marco on YouTube, and we correctly call him Always Stupid Marco because he's really stupid. The guy is just a couple really short things from one of his recent videos. As he's doing his live stream, his aunt, who also lives in Edmonton, Alberta.
No, not them talking about my aunt. Yo, to my aunt, if you're watching this right now, I won't say your name, but if you're watching this right now, shut it off. Because my aunt, she'll be like, why did they talk about me? She'll get mad. I hope she's not watching my stream right now. This is hilarious. I told you. On the last time we reacted to this show, I told you they will talk about anything I talk about regarding my personal life. They will talk about it on their show. If I talk about going to my grandma's house and having tea, the next episode of their show, they're going to say, so anyways, Marco went to his grandma's house and I guess he had tea because he's a real sissy and he's really stupid and whatever. So, yeah, my aunt caught a stray just now. So let's see what they say regarding my aunt.
And he has these two young nieces, around 11 and 9 or something
Not
like that.
my nieces! These guys are so fucking pathetic. Okay, let's go.
Years old. And he said he called the 11-year-old recently to wish her a happy birthday.
And his niece didn't even care. So that just goes to show you how stupid Marco is. Yeah, like, you know my niece's age, bro? Like, pause, bro.
You have a hard time finding the place?
Oh my God. Uncle Tex and Peter, yep. So creepy. Yeah, he's gonna say, his niece didn't even care when he said happy birthday.
And she just said, thanks, real low key. And he's saying this on his video.
That's the story? Imagine claiming to be a fucking professional, okay? You're an old man. You wasted most of your life. You wasted getting to spend time with your children growing up because you were burning all your cash in Amway. And now here you are. Every moment of your life has led up to this moment where you're on your bullshit telephone, not even radio show. This show sounds like it's two guys talking through two soup cans connected by a string. And your story, the big news that you want to talk about on the show this evening, that you have written down, write this down, is Marco called his niece to wish her a happy birthday, and she said, thanks? You cannot make this shit up. What up, legend? Yes, take responsibility.
I take responsibility.
Thank you, Ignacio. Appreciate that. And then Marco put peanut butter on his sandwich. Yeah, literally. Dude, these guys are obsessed. Your life is their soap opera. Totally, Alex. Kind of weird to bring up your family. I mean, hey, I wish I could meet these guys. Oh my God.
She was just real non-interested, basically. But anyway.
That's it?
I don't know if his aunt obviously was listening to his live stream, while it was playing. But I'm wondering if maybe his aunt also tried to get either the daughters to listen to it or they were within earshot of it. I don't know that dynamic, but
I don't know that dynamic of Marco and his aunt and his nieces, but I'm working on it. I'll figure it out soon enough.
She texted him during the live stream, and she said something to the effect of, stop using your potty mouth language, and just stop that sort of behavior. That's haram, which is a Muslim word for bad,
New drop alert! Scott Johnson saying haram is something I never thought I would hear. Mind you, I never thought I would hear him say,
yeehaw, it's bull wrangling time.
I also never thought I would hear him say,
do you like me?
I also never thought that I would hear him say,
let's go.
And yay, here we are. Scott Johnson saying haram. Oh my goodness.
Earshot of it. I don't know that dynamic, but
I love that this is their show. These guys are obsessed with me, and it's honestly one of the greatest honors of my life that there's these two old miserable fucking losers out there who have an entire radio show almost exclusively dedicated to talking about me and my personal life. I love it.
You texted him during the live stream, and she said something to the effect of, stop using your potty mouth language, and just stop that sort of behavior. That's haram, which is a Muslim word for.
I'm gonna have that as a drop. That's haram. What time stamp is that at? 11:15. Here we go. 11:15 BFR. Here we go. Got it.
Bad, So he talks about this as he's doing his live stream, right? He's doing his live stream. He says, "Oh, I got a text from my aunt. This is what she said." He goes, and then he says, "This is how Marco thinks, right? Everything is about making some bag, money."
Yep, you know it. Where's I gotta get the bag.
I gotta get the bag.
Everything is about making some bag. Hey, Streamlabs link in the chat, y'all. Streamlabs.com/Marco54/tip. Hit it up.
I'll do a no profanity live stream if I get paid enough money beforehand for one live stream. I'll only stop my profanity for one live stream if I can raise enough money, to reward me for doing that.
Oh my God.
I mean, this guy is just totally stupid. Another part of that recent video is he went out and bought himself, and this is something we'll talk about more a little bit too. He went out and bought himself some new clothes, right? I think 2 new suits and 1 or 2 new dress shirts. And he said, if I raise enough money on this stream, I'll actually model these clothes for you at the end of the live stream. Well, he got the money that he was looking for.
Yes, go watch last night's replay.
And the money he was looking for was $500 to go towards his travel costs to Washington, D.C. For this MLM
or somewhere
conference, which, we recently found out is probably bogus as far as it actually being a live event. We think it's instead.
Well, we
of
know
being
it's.
2
We already
days-
know it's if Marco's listeners are listening in, we already know that it's a virtual event because William Keep sent out newsletters or invitations to people that are on his newsletter list that it is a virtual event on March 13th. So it's not.
And Scott's going to be like, and that's 2 days before Marco's birthday, actually, March 15th.
A physical event on the 13th and 14th, like Marco has been telling people. So he does not. He's going to be on a Zoom meeting. So unless everybody's going to be in a room, this is facetious.
Morgan, I did the try-on haul last night. That's what they're talking about.
Marco, unless everybody's planning on being on a Zoom meeting while they're in the same room, you're not having to go to Washington, D.C. You may still want to go to Washington, D.C., but for the money that you're bagging your people.
Bagging? You mean begging? No, Stephanie, that's this dono goal. If we fill up this dono goal, I'll do a curse-free stream, and we'll watch Betting on Zero as a cult together in Discord next week.
No physical meeting in Washington, D.C., based on the information we just got from the presenter, William Keep, the professor who puts this whole thing together.
Yes, Scott and Peter, you're correct. Yes, I misspoke. There is no in-person event anywhere. The MLM conference is totally virtual. Let's go with that.
Who sent out an invitation on the 13th, who said it was going to be on March 13th. And by the way, I'm sure he didn't think about that or make that final decision today. He probably made that decision, during the week or during the week. So Marco's sitting there presenting that he's going to Washington, D.C. to be there at this presentation.
Or somewhere.
Probably knowing that it was a virtual event all the way, which is not surprising for always stupid Marco. But he would do just about anything to get over on his goons.
I don't understand what the point they're making is. An event, hypothetically, that's virtual couldn't also have people like together in person, and it's broadcasted virtually. Okay.
So good job, Marco. One more scam. Back to you, Scott.
That's right, and you left out the most important part, Peter. It's the conference was supposed to be on March.
Dude, they hate when people donate to me. They always talk about, like, if there's a significant amount of money that gets donated in a stream, Scott Johnson will always bring it up and be like, these people that follow him are just even more stupid than he is because they give him money, and I just can't believe there's that many stupid people out there.
13th and 14th, but Marco's birthday is the 15th.
He did it. He talks about my birthday. So now he knows my birthday. He knows my niece's birthday. What's next? I'm surprised they haven't talked about my grandma dying of cancer in the summer. That seems like, to them, that would be like juicy material to shit on me for. My grandma dying of cancer. Yeah. Marco, how could you? They think you're lying to us about traveling somewhere, right? I am scamming. Y'all got me. No disclosure over here. No disclosure. I'm sure Dominic Izzo would agree I'm scamming y'all too because I didn't give y'all disclosure that I was never in an MLM. Wow.
And he always mentions that when he mentions the conference. He always mentions his own birthday. He's going to be 27 years old physically and about maybe 15, maybe closer to 11 mentally.
If I'm 11 mentally, what are y'all? Scott and Peter. They would come instantly if anyone ever sent them money of any form. Hey, thank you, Jen. Uh-oh, Scott and Peter, we got another idiot here.
You're broke. You're fucking full.
We got another idiot, Jen Fralick, sending me money. How stupid could she be?
Do you like me?
Thank you, Jen. I appreciate that. Scott and Peter are not happy about that, though, Jen. You should be aware of that.
So he always mentions that. So, yeah, and in fact, in the latest video, he did say, I wasn't supposed to tell you where it is. But he's been talking about it for the last 3 weeks where it is. So,
right.
He's just so stupid. The guy's, and he gets people sending him all his money.
It's a place called Zoom. Zoom in Washington, D.C. Yeah, right, Marco. I betcha. There you go. You know, Scott, this it's crazy. But anyway, so for those
He's speechless.
just to give a little bit of a plug, that we shouldn't do this, but there's a website you can go to see all this stuff. I think it's called MLM CONF, like MLM Conference 2023.com. So MLM CONF 2023.com. And
I think it's a .org, Peter. I think it's a .org instead of a .com.
You are absolutely right. It is a .org. I forgot about that.
Yes.
MLM
Feels good to be this stupid lol.
So CONF.
Thank you, Blaze Goddess. Yes, another idiot, Scott and Peter. Another idiot.
Go.
So yes, I'm glad that they brought this up actually, because this is something I was planning on talking to you guys about, and I forgot to plug it. So genuine thank you to Scott and Peter for bringing this up. Yes, it became public today. This is the conference that I will be on. It is free to register. I'm actually going to put a link to this in my Discord. So you guys, if you want to attend this virtually, you can. I'm going to go ahead and post this in the help resources tab of my Discord. It's free to register. It doesn't cost you anything, of course. It doesn't, I'm pretty sure they don't ask you for any information or anything. It's just so that you can attend it live virtually. Thank you, Lucy Tunes and Voldemorty. Dumb, yup. And yeah, March 13th, 2 days before my birthday, as Scott said, it's a virtual conference, brings together expertise from regulators, prosecutors, former MLM distributors, social media consumer advocates, researchers, educators, and journalists to discuss ways to improve consumer protection and reduce consumer harm within the multi-level marketing MLM industry. It's in 22 days. Registration is free and open to all. It's virtual. You can watch the videos from the previous years. All the videos are here. And it tells you who's in each of them. There's, see on this one, Savvy, Taylor. These are anti-MLM creators that you know were on here. Roberta was on it last year. Steve Hassan as well. Robert Fitzpatrick's been on it. I don't know if they have any information about who the speakers are yet for 2023. Oh, they do. It's up here. Okay, great. So look, we can already see. So we've got some very professional people. Peter Vandernaat from the FTC, Stacey Bosley, PhD, professor of economics, Bill Keep, professor of marketing, Claire Wack from the Federal Trade Commission. And then we have a bunch of social media anti-MLM activists, Roberta, Michelle, Mallory, Alonda. You guys know these people. Lunch. Then we have Doug Brooks, the lawyer who I'll be interviewing when I go out there. Paul Hanna from the Competition and Consumer Protection Commission from Ireland. Me, Marco Mulcaber, as Scott Johnson says. Jason Jones, Attorney General. Stephen Barnett, consumer advocate. And then afterwards, of course, people from Federal Trade Commission, National Consumer League, and Doug Brooks again. So, you know, a lot of very extremely legitimate and professional people on that list. Thank you, Maria. Thank you.
Are you jealous?
Let's go.
Thank you.
Yeehaw! It's bull wrangling time.
Thank you. Really appreciate that. So yeah, I'm really excited. This is the first year. I wanted to be on it in 2021, but I think I was too late to the call. I didn't register to be on it quick enough. 22, I was away from this anti-MLM space, and now here 2023, I'm finally going to be on it, and we're almost at 300 likes too, so thumbs up the ting. I'm very excited, and obviously Scott and Peter are pissed that they're, not involved in this, and I'm sure they would just troll it if they showed up anyways. But yeah, I actually genuinely, Peter, you were right to say maybe you shouldn't have said that, because I actually did mean to promote that, and I forgot, and I didn't post about it on Instagram today, but thank you so much. I'm talking about it here for the first time, I guess, now that it's public. Go register for it. Even if you don't register for it and you forget about it, you'll be able to watch all the videos of all the presentations after the fact, and I'll probably be independently filming my own segment to post as a video to my channel at a later time anyways. Or I was thinking of doing like a whole vlog about my experience going down there, speaking, including the segment where I speak, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But really excited to meet these people, Bill Keep, Doug Brooks, the members of the FTC who are going to be there, all my fellow anti-MLM creators, meeting them in person, you know, all these people that I only know from a screen. That's going to be really cool. So, yeah, there will be a lot of photos and videos and Instagram stories I'm sure that you'll see of me and the other creators getting together in person. So that'll be a lot of fun. So, yeah, go register for that. And the registrations are important. If you guys register, it shows that there is a demand for this type of work, this anti-MLM work, and that there is a demand to have reform in that industry. So that's enough about that. I'll stop boring you with it. But yeah, thank you, Scott and Peter, for bringing that up.
Let's go.
What up, Amber? Tasha, what up? You're on the newsletter. Awesome. Let's go. Such a thoughtful pair. Yes, thank you. Totally, Dave. Just registered. Thank you, Jennifer, registering. Yeah, guys, if you're in my Discord, free to join, free to register. The link to register is in my Discord as well. So a bunch of you guys just joined. BB, JKLCJ, Weird Housewives Club. Welcome, you guys. Appreciate y'all. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, let's continue with Scott and Peter's show, if you want to call it that. Scott and Peter are basically your downline at this point. Totally.
2003.org. And by the way, just in the spirit of what we were saying a little bit earlier, Scott, I enjoy watching that seminar because there are some things that they will say that I agree with. Like we said a little bit earlier, when it's done wrong, there are things that are really worth changing in the MLM world.
How pissed is Peter going to be sitting there watching it? I've ruined his favorite conference for him now because I'm going to be speaking on it.
The previous two that I've attended, meaning virtually, there are some people that are on there that just swear that there's no such thing as a good MLM and they should all be killed. So those are the extreme ones that take away, if you will, I think, from the value of the conference. But I'm all in. I mean, I like to listen. I like to learn. They usually have some pretty good speakers. They have some speakers that sometimes I don't necessarily agree with. Marco is going to be there, which I think is just a bad judgment call on William Keeps, and they'll figure this stuff out. But like we've said before.
Hey, Scott and Peter, nobody fucking respects you. Nobody respects you guys. Virtually every person in the industry, whether pro-MLM or anti-MLM, hates you fucking guys. And I don't say that lightly. You guys can't even get along with people who agree with you. You guys had beef with Dominic Izzo. How do you have beef with Dominic Izzo? A guy who is so in the multi-level matrix, who can't even, like, form a logically backed up, rationally formulated thought. How do you not even get along with him? The fact that you guys make enemies out of almost everybody you come into contact with is so telling. Who are y'all to talk about a bad judgment call? Bill Keep has been setting up the conference now for the past 3 years in a fucking row. Nobody fucking respects you two. I have asked everyone from Robert Fitzpatrick to CoffeeZilla, okay? Not even joking. From Robert Fitzpatrick to CoffeeZilla, I have asked them, do you know Scott Johnson and Peter Mingles? And every single time the reaction is always this. Ready? That's the exact reaction I get. So it's not just me, but because I keep engaging with them and reacting to their show and egging them on, they keep going, you know, they've honed in on me. That's why they talk about me every week and not everybody else. Because everybody else looks at them like the mosquitoes they are and just fucking swats them away and ignores them and blocks them. Me, what can I say? I'm crazy. What can I say? I indulge a little bit. So, but yeah, Scott, Peter, listen to me. Look at my mouth. Look at the words coming out of my mouth. Nobody fucking respects you guys. You have nothing of value to offer in this space. You guys are stupid. Always stupid Marco. All right, let's continue.
You know,
they're totally butthurt they're not invited.
Happen. It's a shame it'll take away from the credibility of their conference, but unfortunately that's the way it is. But Robert Fitzpatrick will be there, and you'll be able to hear what he has to say. And You know, there's Doug Brooks is going to be there, and there's a few other people.
I don't think Robert Fitzpatrick's going to be there. His name wasn't on the thing.
E.C. Bosley, who's the academic, and their regulators from the FTC might be there as well. So it's worthwhile attending, and that's why I promote it. I don't know, like I said, but I don't always agree with everything. But the idea that Marco is scamming his own audience to make him go down to Washington, D.C. as if that's a real thing or not, it just really speaks to the integrity of Marco, and he knows it.
Their face when I actually have video proof of me being there in the same place as Doug Brooks during the conference. Not in that place that they mentioned. I don't know specifically if that's where it is. I don't know where it's going to be physically, but I can't say.
Because I'm sure he knew before Saturday, meaning today, that it was going to be a virtual event, but he's been scamming his people anyway, which is really very interesting, Scott, because I don't know if he'll do anything today or tomorrow or did something on Friday, but he would have definitely known yesterday. He definitely knows today, and if he's still promoting to go to Washington, D.C., to this MLM conference, he is definitely scamming them again, because most of the people at that MLM conference will not be there in person. They'll be on Zoom meetings. So back to you, Scott.
Okay.
Yeah, and I would think at least some of his followers.
You scamming bastard. Very, very interesting. They don't have the success. They just suck. Yep.
And he's brought along some of the other anti-MLM women that are out there, you know, haranguing MLMs.
I didn't bring them along. They got invited all on their own.
They're now watching his videos. They've also been invited. So, you know, he's got to start telling the truth pretty soon, or else he's probably going to lose some of them.
I like how they always think there's some big conspiracy with me. Peter Mingles has said something to the effect of, "Oh, Marco, I got dirt on you, and I'm going to listen here, buddy. I'm coming for you, bucko." And he never does anything. I'm waiting for him to lower the boom, as he says. When is it going to happen, Peter? You just keep blabbing and talking shit. Nothing ever happens.
But he's
Y'all remember the one time Peter Mingles called me during my stream, and he was like, "Hey, Marco, what is your home address?" And I was like, "Peter, do you think I'm fucking stupid?" Marco is a known shyster. Yep.
It's a shyster anyway, so.
Oh, they said it. They said the thing. They said shyster. It's been a while since they've called me a shyster, actually.
And he's brought along some of the other anti-MLM women that are out there, you know, haranguing MLMs. They're now watching his videos. They've also been invited. So, you know, he's got to start telling the truth pretty soon, or else he's probably going to lose some of them. But he's just a shyster anyway, so he'll find another way to, you know, get money from them. But he did buy these 2 suits, and he did try them on. And one of the things that he did was he said, "Now I have to go off camera for a second because I don't want to show my chest to Scott and Peter, because they'll get all excited and everything from my."
Oh, fuck, I accidentally clicked away, motherfucker. I was going to say there's also one episode of their show where they talked about something is really tiny. Peter Mingles said, "It's really tiny, like Marco's Winky." They said Winky.
New to the channel. Love your content, bro. Keep it up.
Thank you, Solid Sutherland.
Let's go.
Yeah, Peter Mingles goes, "Just like Marco's Winky." And now here they are saying, it's a shame Marco's on the conference because now he's going to really take away some of that credibility. Oh, yeah? And who would add the credibility, Peter? You? Talking about my Winky? Dude, this guy's old enough to be my grandfather. Take that in, okay?
But he's just a shyster anyway, so he'll find another way to, you know, get money from them.
Why is he saying women like a slur, Morgan? Because it is. It is a slur.
But
to them, anyways. They're pressed over your new suits, literally.
He did buy these 2 suits, and he did try them on. And one of the things that he did was he said, "Now I have to go off camera for a second."
This is them exposing me, by the way. Just them retelling their version of what literally was publicly broadcast the previous night on my own live stream. This is it. This is their life.
Because I don't want to show my chest to Scott and Peter, because they'll get all excited and everything.
Yeah. When I told him to suck my dick, and he told me, "I'd have to find it, Marco. It's really small." Yeah, that was it.
Flabby body. And so he went off camera, put his little T-shirt on, you know, his white T-shirt, and came back on the camera. But, you know, we poke fun of him all the time because, like, I think it was, I don't know, about a month ago or so, he had his shirt off. No, actually, he had his shirt on. He had a T-shirt on. and you would think he was a little 13-year-old girl. He had these little tiny breasts poking out. You know, I'm not saying that in a sexually suggestive manner. I'm just...
Not him clarifying. What?
You have a hard time finding the place?
Where's Chris Hansen? I hope Chris Hansen is at this conference. Haram! Oh no! Not him clarifying that he's not saying that in a sexual way. This guy could be my grandpa. This shit, if I didn't laugh, I would cry, because this shit borders on like... Not even borders on, like it is on the mark of being totally creepy and sus and pathetic. The embarrassed giggle in the background is telling me you were right. Oh my God. My little breasts. Actually, I do have, my chest is like, I got some good definition. It's like, my pecs are good. They're solid though. Ain't no breasts. They solid. If I flex, trust me, they could stop a bullet. Not that I'm inviting anyone to test it, but I watch all the streams and quote them as well. That's what makes Scott and Peter goons for real, for real. Yeah, Scott and Peter are part of this community just as much as any of you guys are. I want you to know that, okay? Oh. They are on the soundboard. Are you on the soundboard? No, exactly. Not him picturing you in a little shirt. I love it. How the fuck does he know what 13-year-old breasts look like? And you know what's really concerning about this? Is Peter Mingles has a young daughter who's probably around that age. And I always find it so concerning how they keep talking about this shit. Peter Mingles has a YouTube channel. I think I showed it the other night. He's probably deleted it now because I found it. Oh, no, it's still up here. All his videos are still up here. Peter Mingles, I'm a respectful person, so I'm not going to show video of your young daughter. At least I believe it's his daughter and not his granddaughter because, you know, she's in enough videos that, you know, if she's his granddaughter, she's over there like every day. But he has, let me look at this most recent video from 2 months ago.
So what's today?
Of his daughter decorating the Christmas tree. And like, yeah, she looks to be probably 13 or 14. So the fact that his, you know, boyfriend, Scott Johnson, has routinely, multiple times talked about, you know, compared my physique to that of a 13-year-old girl, saying that might not be a bad thing, except for the fact that he's a 25-year-old man and that, you know, he has little 13-year-old girl breasts. It is totally uncomfortable. You know, not for me. I enjoy it. I laugh, but like, it's definitely questionable. The fact that these guys, that Peter is complaining about me being on the conference because it's going to take away legitimacy from it. And then meanwhile, in the next breath, your co-host says, yeah, this guy Marco, he's got little 13-year-old girl breasts. Insane. If I ever just turn up dead one day, y'all know who did it, okay? I would never unalive myself. Peter has done that, yeah. Yeah. Totally Chris Hansen alert. Chris Hansen level sussery. So haram. Let's listen to the full thing here. They haven't even started talking about the debate yet.
Back on the camera. But, you know, we poke fun of him all the time because, like, I think it was, I don't know, about a month ago or so, he had his shirt off. No, actually, he had a shirt on. He had a T-shirt on, and you would think he was
He had a shirt on, but I was imagining it off.
Little 13-year-old girl. He had these little tiny breasts poking out. You know, I'm not saying that in a sexually suggestive manner. I'm just saying he just looks really pudgy, even though he's a skinny guy. I mean, he's just a...
Peter, actually, I know what Peter looks like. Scott, I refuse to allow you, and of course I'm saying this, there's nothing I can actually do about it, but Scott, you have never even shown your fucking face on the internet, you pussy-o. How about post a picture of yourself? Actually, no, that's not good enough, because you could post a picture of anyone. Post a video of you talking on YouTube so I can hear your voice and hear it match up. And matter of fact, set the camera up, set up the phone, and take a few steps back so I can actually see the full picture of what you look like. Because I've seen some pictures. I have some spies who have looked in the area where you claim to live and found everybody with the name Scott Johnson in that locale, and none of them were good looking. None of them were in shape. So please indulge us. You know, you're an anonymous Scott Johnson. Is that even your real name? That's like your name is John Smith. You know, John Doe. Show your face. Post a video of yourself. Let people see what you look like before you keep talking about how I look. And by the way, I look good. I look good, even though my hair is in that awkward stage right now where it's growing back because I was shaving my head bald aesthetically for the past few months, and now I'm growing it back, and it's sort of at that awkward length. But hey, we're going to get through it.
Soft little marshmallow guy who, dislocated his own shoulder a couple months ago. That's why he's not
Perverted Justice Online 1. Yep.
all buff and trim like he thinks he used to be before he did that to himself. And it's just crazy. And then he also said, I'm probably going to wear a T-shirt with this dress shirt anyway, because this dress shirt, when I put it on, it started to irritate my nipples.
That's true. Sometimes the material, I don't know if it's the polyester or what, but sometimes my nipples get sensitive, bro.
This is him saying this on his own video, okay? You think I was making it up, trying to make up stuff to make fun of him, but he actually says this on his own video yesterday. It's right towards the end. So he's just...
Yeah, I'm sorry. We know enough
The fact that he watched the whole thing, bro, a nearly 3-hour stream, you know?
about Marco to realize that he probably went off camera to go spruce himself. So Marco probably went to go spruce himself up as he did. You can ask his ex-roommate what that means, or take a look at some of his YouTube videos of him in the shower, getting ready for his OnlyFans. So Marco, go spruce up. Marco, go spruce up.
It's a drop! It's a drop, you guys. Hold on.
Marco, play it some more, Marco.
Wow, a new drop at 2032. Marco, go spruce up. Marco at 2030. Okay, got you. Wow, I cannot believe that. Drop alert. Oh my God, they are my biggest fans. Building Fortunes Radio, where we talk about Marco's nipples. This show is called Building Fortunes Radio. It's supposed to be about like growing your network marketing business, and yet they talk about me. This is one of my most triumphant episodes of BFR because they're talking about me at length, and they're also promoting the content. They're at the gym by myself, so it is possible. Obsessed by Mariah plays in the background, yeah. Make that your morning alarm. BRB, you gotta go, about to go spruce up. I am going to need a Scott and Peter board. Within 3 months, it'll be the whole board.
There's a sound clip for you,
And one of the women...
he knows it's a sound clip. He knows. He's like, there's another sound clip for you. It's actually kind of sweet. It's actually kind of like cute and endearing that they like being on the soundboard, you know? It's like I'm giving them purpose, you know? It's funny. I'm going to convert Peter to a fan soon enough. Watch out.
Marco probably went to go spruce himself up as he did. You can ask his ex-roommate what that means. Or take a look at some of his YouTube videos on him in the shower, getting ready for his OnlyFans. So Marco, go spruce up. Marco, go spruce up. There's a sound clip for you,
And one of the women, I never heard of this before, but I'm not a woman, so I wouldn't know too much about this. But
this is a top tier episode for sure, Alex.
Apparently one of the women that were listening said you should just put Band-Aids on your nipples. and yeah, you can't make this stuff up. It's in the comments. As he's going through his videos, and he says, "No, I don't think I want to do that because it might show through the T-shirt." So yeah, always Marco. He's just always stupid. The guy's amazing. I was going to use some of the show to talk about his quote unquote debate with Dominic.
Here we go.
I think he's just so stupid. Maybe another time we can pick up something like that. I don't want to spend too much time on.
Oh, wow, 330 people watching. Welcome, y'all. Make sure you guys click thumbs up on the stream. Let's keep going.
On Marco.
Hold on one second. For those people that I know he's got a big fan. There's a couple of websites out there. If you go to, because I know he might be playing this on his own live show. So for all of his goons that might be listening, if you go to alwaysmarco.lol. So alwaysmarco.lol, because he's a joke. You'll be able to see some cool stuff. And if you go to his name, marcomukaber.com, Marco Mukaber,
yes.
M-O-U.
You're not going to believe me, but they actually do have little fake websites that they made. They are paying for these. They are paying for the domain names for these. There's Always Stupid Marco, alwaysmarco.gay, and alwaysmarco.lol. And they made these sites. Look at this. Always Marco LOL. The LOL is because he's a joke. The poster child for anti-MLM mugshots. Thank you, Tyler. Thank you. The only way Scott and Peter get people to listen is by talking about you, so you put them on your stream. Yep. People listening to a Fortune radio show wondering why the hosts are talking about a man's nipples again. Totally. Oh, yeah, so here they have marcomckyber.gay and then marcomckyber.com. They think they're doing something. Like, they think they've got one over on me by registering domains in my name, but it's like I was never using those domains anyway, nor did I intend to. My website is alwaysmarcomerch.com, or my YouTube channel, or my Discord, or my Patreon. I have plenty. I'm good. So it's literally an L. They are spending money on those domains. So here we go. Marco is a very new and inexperienced stand-up comedian, rapper, and YouTube anti-MLM rant. However, MLM needs to be clarified. MLM means men-loving men. This is on marcomckyber.gay. So, Marco is not in that kind of anti-MLM. He's the anti-multi-level marketing type. I mean, you cannot make this shit up, bro. You cannot make this shit up. My cheeks are hurting from laughing. You can't make this up. This is real. This is real. Okay? I think I was in high school with these two. They're stuck in 1978. They have to explain the LOL. That's adorable. Ah, man. Certain goons with good comments have actually gotten shouted out on Building Fortunes Radio. So if you have a good enough comment, they watch everything back. So you can definitely get shouted out. Marco lives rent-free in their head. These are old. They've had these websites for like 3 years almost. It's insane. Oh, you're Band-Aid girl, Sweet Goth? Nice, nice. I have never seen two more men on the down low than these guys. Oh my God, the Marco thirst is so real. Yeah, Peter and Scott will write Marco's biography. Oh my God, they made a little banner image for it on Canva. They downloaded Canva Pro for it. I love it. I really want to meet these guys in person one day. .gay is kind of fire, not gonna lie. So fucking funny. Oh, my cheeks hurt. Okay. All right, y'all. Let's continue. Thumbs up the stream. We had 330 a second ago. Now it's 230. I don't know what happened, but let's keep going. Here we go.
KHAIBER.com. You'll be able to find some interesting things about Marco over there as well. But Scott, I got a chance to watch the debate. I don't know if I was watching it live or watching a replay, but my hat's off to
You were watching it live.
Dominic, I think his last name is Izzo. He did such a great job kicking Marco's ass in so many different areas. I think he did a fantastic job. Now, of course, he was on Marco's home field. Marco's goons and Marco himself thinks they won the debate. But he really held Marco at bay for quite a while. I was very pleased with Dominic's debating style.
So did he win or did he hold me at bay? Hold me at bay just means he delayed the convo and danced around questions.
I know it may be unpopular because he was on the home turf of Marco and his friends, but I watched
you guys are my friends.
Literally rip this guy apart in several different ways, and we talked about it some other time. But hats off to Dominic; he did a nice job. And I don't always agree with everything that I didn't agree with everything that was being said by both.
Them sucking the dick of the dude that hates them. Yeah. Sorry to tell you, Scott and Peter. I know that you're bigging up Dominic Izzo because you hate me so much, but let's not forget that Dominic Izzo and you guys also hate each other. That's how down bad y'all are, is that you hate me so much that you'll talk like favorably about a guy you also hate just because you hate me so much more. I love it.
Parties. But
I think his last name is
Izzo.
Izzo.
Style, he manhandled the little girl Marco. So back to you, Scott.
Pause. What is it? Why is everything little girl this, little girl that, bro? Y'all need to be checked out for real.
Yeah, I don't agree with a whole lot of what Dominic said either, mainly because he didn't bring up, the two big issues in MLM.
The tool scam and the lack of retail sales? Is that what it is, Scott?
They talked about really nebulous stuff like, I don't like their techniques. Well, unless you're specific, that really doesn't have any meaning. And that was a lot of the debate, so-called debate, was back and forth. In fact, they even debated, what is the difference between network marketing and MLM? Well, those terms in my mind are interchangeable. They're the same thing. They're just different terms that mean the same thing, multi-level marketing. The thing that's different is direct selling. That's where...
such a minute point. Such a moot and minute point. What up, Kylie? Welcome.
There's just a single level. There's no upline, there's no downline. You just work directly with the company, just like AdvoCare.
The reason I say they're not the same thing, the reason I say multi-level marketing, network marketing, direct selling are all different things, is because in the MLM industry, they refer to what they do, multi-level marketing, interchangeably with those terms. They say, we're direct sellers, we're network marketers. Then the MLM industry is represented by the Direct Selling Association, the DSA. So then hence they say they're direct selling. And they also say we're network marketers. But then the reason I challenge that is because when an influencer has a link in their bio for like a merch store or something, they will say, and Dominic has done this several times with anti-MLM creators, he'll go, oh, how come you're hating on MLM, but you have a merch shop in your Instagram bio? That's the same thing as what we do. We're network marketers, and that's you marketing to your network. So I said, okay, if that's the game that they're going to play, where they say these things are the same because you're marketing to your network, then I'm going to hold them to the same logic and say, okay, well, if you're deriving the definition based on the name, if network marketing means marketing to your network, then I can use that same logic against you and say that multi-level marketing must be different because it's a different name. You're marketing to multiple levels. And if we're using that way of defining things, just looking at the words at face value and deriving the definition based on what the words say, well, then they are different. Multi-level marketing to multiple levels is obviously not the same as network marketing to your network. So it's just one of those heads I win, tails you lose tricks, language tricks that they play, So that's why I said they're different.
You're broke.
You're broke. Yeah, thank you, Dominic Izzo. What?
You're broke. You're fucking poor.
Thank you.
I'm not a loser.
I got you, Dominic. I got you. Where's the thanks, Marco? Is it on here?
Thanks, Marco.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. So that's why I say that. Was that Kylie who donated that? Let me see who said this. Thank you guys, by the way, for supporting me. I know Scott and Peter are very upset about that. And Dominic, too, who says I'm a harumpher. Dominic called me a harumpher, and Scott and Peter called me a shyster. Whatever the fuck that means. Yes, thank you, Kylie. I appreciate that. You're hilarious. Hilarious. Y'all are ridiculous. Okay, let's keep going here.
They're changed over back in 2019. They used to be an MLM. Now they're a direct sales company. So every distributor, every representative, whatever they call themselves, is attached directly to the company, and their income is solely based on the products that they sell to customers. And that's how direct selling works. That is fundamental.
Thank you, Amber. Totally true. Totally true.
Do you like me?
You got to get me there so that they can be even more upset. I can't wait for after the conference, when they're reacting to my segment of the conference, they're going, Marco did such a terrible job speaking at that conference. He didn't even talk about the tool scam and lack of retail sales. You know what I should do? I should talk about the tool scam and lack of retail sales just to get Scott Johnson on my good side just one time. Just see if he'll admit. See if that'll make him happy.
Totally different than MLM, where you have the benefit of not only your volume.
Marco's such a loser. Puts his hair up, drops on his knees. Totally.
Whatever you consume yourself and customers, which is usually a joke because the products are so overpriced, but also your downline and their self-consumption and their sales to customers, which again, I think is very minimal with most, if not all, MLMs. And that's what leads the MLM into being an illegal pyramid. And they never really got to that point. They never really talked about, if you have lots of retail sales and
brick up Scott Johnson, I wish.
Lots is kind of nebulous because there's no law. But the FTC, when they've settled with companies like Vima and Herbalife, they've kind of...
Yeah, they'll talk about how my body looked while I spoke at the conference. Totally. Hey, thank you, Star. Really appreciate that, Star.
Let's go.
Do you like me?
Thank you, Star. Really appreciate that. Yes, I will. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You keep it up. You keep it up.
Line at around 50%. You know, if you sell as much to customers, people who are not part of the MLM compensation plan, as you use in your own household, and if everybody did that, of course everybody won't, but if everybody did, then that would be a legitimate MLM in the eyes of the FTC, and quite honestly, in my eyes, I think there's such a thing as a legitimate MLM, but it has to have that level or more of retail sales to non-distributors. But they never even ventured there. They never got close to that. They just debated, because Dominic at one point made a comment on one of his previous videos that you know, these anti-MLM Huns that are making all these videos, they also have affiliate stuff on their YouTube where they sell other stuff through their...
Thank you, Legend Gaming, gifting memberships. I appreciate that. Who got it? Joey K. Congratulations, Joey. You got a membership, big dog. That's dope. Thank you, Legend. Thank you.
YouTube exposure.
Hold on. Morgan says, okay, I just went to the website and the banner image is actually a carousel with multiple slides. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. MarcoMacabre.gay? Or alwaysmarco.lol? Always Marco LOL? It's a carousel? Oh, shit. Oh, yes. I forgot about this. There's the poop one, because I'm shit. Okay, it's the two images. Wow, wow. Much creative. Wow. So creative. Much technological prowess.
You know, from companies. And they, of course, get a kickback. There's nothing wrong with that. That's just marketing and sales and so forth. But Dominic used that as an example of network marketing because
they're only obsessed with me, fortunately. I have a monopoly on the Scott Johnson and Peter Mingles hate because everyone else just blocks them. But if you want to hear Savvy Writes Books did a debate with Scott Johnson on her channel, and that's actually where this sound effect comes from.
Do you like me?
So shout out to Savvy, for real.
You're marketing to your network. And so, you know, he kind of gave a specialized definition for a specific situation, but in general, network marketing equals MLM. And you can try to, you know, network to your own or market to your own network, you know, people that you know or people that you meet, and have them either be your downline or be your customers. But it's really hard
Also, Dave Vaughn had a really good comment too that I forgot to read out loud. And you said, fuck. It's gone too far now. I've scrolled too far, but it was something about, fuck, I forget. It was something about the, I forget. I'm sorry, Dave. I'm sorry, you guys.
An MLM to have a lot of customers because usually the products are so overpriced that there's not an incentive for a customer to buy it. There is a incentive for a distributor to buy it because as a distributor, you're being told, hey, if you get more people under you, you can make a lot of money. And so a distributor is willing to buy overpriced products, whereas a customer...
I got to show you guys this. Dave posted this in the Discord. It says, write this down. Success equals suck plus excess equals suck excess. Managers, labels, taxes, agent, friends and family, and then a mouth sucking on a straw. Suck the like button. Marco called his niece, wish happy birthday, said thanks. Marco's going to a place called Zoom. Hello, Bill Keeps Bad. My name is Bill Keeps Bad Judgment Call. Building Fortunes Radio with new soup cans. Wow. Dave, I don't know how you're so quick with it with the memes, but that's fucking amazing. Thank you for posting that. That's absolutely
let's go
next level. And here's Jesse Lee Ward in blackface. Join my Discord. It's a lot of fun. Let's see, a bunch of new people joining here. Shout out to all you guys joining, man. Amazing. Amazing. Absolutely phenomenal. All right, here, let's stop the Amway Tool scam. Here we go.
It doesn't have that benefit, and so usually they're not. And these guys went nowhere near that discussion of that sort of.
Yep, and Jared and his wife Meredith named their daughter Savvy after hearing her name. It's so cute, and I've met their baby as well. And hopefully Scott and Peter talk about that one day. Name change papers are in the mail. Legend. Yeah, name your son always Marco. Totally.
Thing during their debate, their so-called debate. They also never went anywhere near the tool scam. And I'll get back into the tool scam real quick because we mentioned it early on this show. And
This guy's obsessed with the tool scam, probably from a place of trauma because he himself was getting suckered into buying all those tools when he was in Amway for fucking 20 years.
Cover it for the new listeners. And in Amway, which is where, in my opinion, as far as I know, it's the most it's the most profitable tool scam in MLM by far. I have examples on my websites that document people that got kicked out of Amway, and they start talking, and they mention, oh yeah, I made at least twice as much, or I paid my emeralds and above 4 to 5 times as much from the tools as from Amway. Or my favorite guy, because it's the most extreme example that we have documented.
Scott ready to give Marco the Gluck 3000 totally. Not the books, tapes, and functions.
Probably.
Yeah, because people are definitely still selling tapes in 2023. Idiot.
The highest, because there's only a handful of people that have talked about it. But a guy by the name of Brig Hart, Brighart, and he was, I think, a double diamond in Amway. And he gave an interview after he was kicked out, and he said, yeah, I was making almost $1 million a year from Amway, and $8 to $10 million from the tools. And that's why it's a scam, is because he wasn't talking about it while he was in. He only talked about it after he got out. And you can find the exact link to that interview and read it for yourself right from the Salt Lake City publication where he gave the interview. So it's not me making stuff up. I've got everything documented and referenced for people to look at. But that's the tool scam. It's this massive profit,
My aunt texted me and said, someone said hi, Auntie, in the comments last night. And I said, because I said my aunt was watching. Don't watch tonight's, though. So funny. All right, let's see.
Multiple times more than what they make from Amway, and it's only the very top layer of the organizations that make this kind of money. But what the tools are tickets to meetings. There's medium, small, large size meetings. There's books. In our day, there was books, tapes, and functions, right back in the 90s and early 2000s, and so. Obviously,
how can he point out so much wrong with MLM and still be not anti-MLM himself? This guy's an idiot, literally an idiot. You did bring up conferences and media, as far as I remember in that. Yeah, I think I did.
Cassette tapes have been replaced. Originally, they were replaced with CDs. Now they're replaced with MP3 and MP4 downloads.
MP3?
And so,
what is this MP3 you speak of? I've never heard of this.
You have phone apps. You have websites.
Thank you,
TDS
Meds.
There's all kinds of ways that they make money, and they don't talk about it. What other business would have that kind of profitability and not want to talk about it? Because that should be an incentive for the people below them to get to that point. But people would very quickly realize that they're paying a lot of money into this thing, and they're not going to start profiting from it until they have roughly 100 people in their downline. And then they have to try to hold 100 people together that are, again, paying into it, trying to get to that point where they can be paid for the tools, knowing that it's the churn rate is tremendously high. In fact, Jay Van Andel.
Appreciate it, Stephanie. Yeah, I'm not a little girl anymore and can't stay up all night. Appreciate it. Yeah, if you're on the East Coast, it might be a bit later for you. It's 9:48 where I am. I'm on Mountain Standard Time, so appreciate you, though. And yes, the replay will be up for you to watch it whenever you want.
In the testimony, when the FTC sued them, in the testimony in 1979, was asked, what's your turnover rate? And he testified under oath. Well, the first year is about 75%, and then years 2, 3, 4, et cetera, it's about 25% per year.
Talk about me,
And
Scott.
if you go out, 5 years with somebody and got rejected, and they say, in fact, I know it's not, but certainly if you're just looking at the dollars, pure business without thinking about those.
How much you want to bet Peter puts the phone down and walks away and does dishes and does his errands and just lets Scott ramble to himself for an hour,
Other things, it's out and, rent a business fraud, because when
I'm
you
skipping
misrepresent
ahead.
the business model publicly, maybe there's things going on, but I just can't handle it. This FTC chairman is, Democrats, the FTC commissioner really don't need to study it. Anyway, that's a long-winded
Oh my God, I skipped through 5 minutes of that.
story on the toll scam. Now, the other big problem, like I mentioned a little bit, is lack of retail sales. The tool scam is fraud, at least business fraud, is not RICO fraud.
Totally.
And then the lack of retail sales is the definition of an illegal pyramid. But you'll never hardly find anybody in the anti-MLM.
Yeah, sleeping is a broke mindset, Stephanie. You gotta figure that out, What up, Katie? Welcome.
world that can even define what a pyramid is in the MLM context. So it really is a total lack of facts. It's all, lining up on one side or the other, not really even being aware of the issues, let alone having an opinion on the issues. It's just an extreme amount of ignorance, I guess you could call it. So anyway, I'll stop there, Peter, and let
Peter's
you add
asleep.
anything you want and comment on it, and then we can move on.
Oh, great stuff. I will just mention one thing. I just wanted to make sure that I was given the proper website away for the MLM conference, which is really an anti-MLM conference. But if you go to MLMCONF2003.org,
2003.
When I went there, Scott,
What
you'll
a
love
fucking
this.
idiot. 2003.
When I went there this morning, there was only a homepage, and I said, okay, probably Mr. Keep is putting this thing together, and he's a professor and probably doing a whole bunch of other things. I don't know what else is going on in his life. He's probably going to add some stuff later, because on the email that he sent, if you go register, it said, or the email that I got from previous registration was that on the website is a list of presenters. So I went to go see who was going to be presenting. There was nothing there. So he must have either had it in draft mode and probably cleaning it up or whatever. I'm getting too technical. But just now, I realized that he does have session schedule. So if you want to see the session schedule.
Oh, there's my bio on there.
If you want to go see the presenters, you'll be able to see that. And Scott, this is I don't. I shake my head left to right, like in disbelief. On some of the presenters' names, it gives their pronouns. So it just, of course, it happens to be all the ones in the social media stuff.
God
all
forbid.
The YouTubers, they happen to be all she and hers, so the pronouns. And interestingly enough, Marco did not leave his pronoun, so we're still getting
Because they know I'm a little girl, apparently.
Oh, no.
about what Marco might be. So I'm not really sure. Mr. Keep, if you can, if you're listening, just put like TBA there, like to be announced what his pronouns might be. He might be transitioning, Scott.
That's funny. I'll give him that.
Transitioning, so who knows?
I'll give
But
him
the
that.
reality is that I just, as well, it's what the hell does what the fuck does a pronoun?
No, they just bury themselves deeper every day. Well, Peter, Scott, Bill Keep doesn't have his pronouns on there either. So what's the point you're making? We don't do no content warnings, trigger warnings here on this channel, y'all. I'm sorry. We get to the real spill. You know what I mean? You have free will. You can shut off. You can close the internet if you want to. All right? We're all adults here. I would trust. All right? You've heard worse. These are two old idiots who don't understand the world from the year 1995 onward. So, let's instead of us being triggered by it, let's just laugh at them and take the life out of, take the toxicity out of their words by laughing at them. What do you say? What do you say?
Let's go.
All right, here we go. I identify as emperor, yep.
Have anything to do with being a speaker at an MLM conference. That to me is just totally ridiculous. And obviously, Mr. Keep, I'm sorry that you succumbed to the pressure of the ridiculous nature of putting pronouns next to people's names. It's just crazy. And in an academic world, naturally. But Mr. Keep is unannounced. He's not revealing, and neither is Doug Brooks or Stacey Bosley, but we could probably guess which they all are. All the social media
But
ones,
not me?
the ones that have these pronouns with them. So it's tongue-in-cheek, a little bit on the interesting side. I'll just say it like that. Maybe I'm old-fashioned. So like Marco says, we're almost dead, Scott. We're approaching what? We must be almost 90, by now. So
I didn't say you're almost 90. I said you could be my grandpa. But mentally, you know, the way you guys look at race and all sort of issues, you could be 90.
We're probably, it's crazy. But anyway, there's pronouns there now. But you can see the full list of presenters, the schedule that they have, that's there. And I got to share with you, the MLM conference is usually well run. Mr. Keep does a lot of really good things as far as execution of time frames, and they're on track, and they're always usually pretty well rehearsed. You won't find anybody that's sitting there saying, can you hear me now, or anything else like that you might see in an unprofessional Zoom meeting. He does some really good stuff. They turn it into audios or videos for the website, so if you're missing it, that's okay. You'll be able to see it. And this year, it's only going to be one day instead of a few days, which is helpful for those people that kind of want to get a glimpse of what's going on with the industry. So anyway, back to you, Scott.
Yeah, I was looking at the website earlier too, and didn't have access to that information you just put out there too. I guess I'm a little confused.
No, these guys are not wealthy from MLMs. I'm pretty sure Scott Johnson's an electrician, and Peter Mingles is so poor that he can't even paint his front door of his house to cover up whatever the brown shit is there that's on it. Maybe it's the paint has scraped off. I don't know. Maybe he has a dog. I don't know what it is, but they're both not rich. They're both, listen to this audio quality. Do you think they have money?
There's actually several people here that don't have pronouns, so, we're totally confused on that.
Yeah, he didn't do all of them. He didn't do all of them. Just by coincidence, it's the social media ones that must have forced the pronoun issue. The regular academic.
And where I'm confused here is most of them, well, I think all of them actually, that have pronouns are what I would consider female. We're talking about pronouns here, so you can't make that kind of a declarative statement anymore. But for my position, they're women. And most of them say she, her, which is kind of the traditional pronouns, right, for a woman when you refer to a woman.
Yeah, totally, Kinka. The Martin Luther King Jr. speech had better audio quality than this.
And her. But one of them, this Danielle Bolster, LMHC, it's she/they. So I don't know what that means.
Well,
what does that mean?
She's a therapist, so she must have
but
this
what's
down.
the difference? Yeah, but what's the difference between a she/they and a she/her? I'm still learning, and this is, we're in a learning phase here, and I don't know if we can learn, Peter. We're so old now. We probably are incapable of learning, so it's interesting for sure.
Yeah, our minds are no longer plastic. There's no plasticity of our minds anymore. We're set in our ways. And besides that, we're dead broke because we lost millions of dollars. According to Marco, we're dead broke because we lost millions of dollars in network marketing.
Scott Johnson did, for sure.
And Marco's so fucking stupid.
Parabellins, yeah. I like how Peter's getting more and more unhinged. I feel like Peter Mingles is like, he cursed a lot more in this episode. I feel like he's getting more upset. The more that I grow, they were on this kick in 2022 of like, Marco, his channel's dying. I watched his stream last night. He only made $50. He is not making money like he used to, da-da-da-da. And now I think with me, like, doing crazy numbers on all the videos and all the streams over and over, and I haven't even really solidified my comeback yet with this new infiltrating a pyramid scheme video, and I'm going and speaking on this conference, I really think he's getting pissed. I think he's pissed.
Have to have earned millions of dollars to be able to lose millions of dollars, Marco. So you have never lost millions.
Oh, so he's not even denying that he's lost millions. He's rebutting that by saying, well, for me to lose millions, I'd have to have made millions, which you never did. So you got me.
Dollars in anything because you've never earned millions of dollars in anything, and you won't be alive long enough because at the pace you're going, Marco, based on your income, you won't earn $1 million.
Gotcha.
Until you're probably, I don't know, into like total cumulative earnings. Probably not until you're in your 40s at your pace, Marco. So,
Really? That's pretty good. Millions? That's pretty good. I appreciate that, actually.
there you go. So back to you, Scott. Oh, and by the way, by the time the government takes it away, or the lawyers take it away, or the lawsuits take it away, Marco, you'll never hit $1 million in real earnings because most of it's going to be given back. So anyway, so back to you, Scott.
Yeah, we don't know how much he's earned. I mean,
Back to you, Scott. Like, what? Is this a walkie-talkie? Are you a fucking astronaut? Back to you, Scott. Over.
I'm sure he earned quite a bit of money when he was, and he might still
Dan Peter's 60. Yeah, he could literally be my grandpa.
be a drug dealer.
A drug dealer, yes, that's right. I got
so
it
he did
about
make some. He made some good money being a drug dealer, but we do know
Totally. Duh, like totally says you are the thorn in their paw. Every dono makes you irritating to them. Totally.
he lost $10,000 because he didn't pay his taxes, and you know, the Canadian version of Uncle Sam came knocking on his door and saying, "Hey,
Houston, we have a pronoun." Yeah. I learned $1 million and lost it like a champ. You could never do this, Marco. Hilarious.
Marco, you're always stupid. You owe us $10,000.
Thank you.
So he recently paid that off, and I say pay that off in quotation marks because all he really did was he shifted the money that he owned to the Canadian government so he wouldn't be put in jail to his credit card. And so, you know, now he's got this big credit card and all these, you know, monthly charges on his credit card. And he was really confused by that, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks ago. Like, man, this is really adding up. There's a lot of monthly charges on my credit card now. This is really amazing. So, you know, always stupid. There's one thing you can always always conclude. Now I sent out an email to Bill Keep earlier today too because I got.
Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, hold on.
The email that you got, Peter. You know, inviting former audience members, I guess you could call it, who have participated or at least
this is the longest they've gone on about me for a minute.
Listened in the past
for a while
to join this year's event, and I sent an email back to Bill saying, you know, you really should have invited the guy with the answer key. You know, being a professor, I'm sure he would relate.
Oh my God. Scott Johnson is so fucking full of himself. He literally thinks he is like the messiah of knowing everything about MLM, and that literal professors and lawyers and FTC members should get down on their knees and suck him off and invite him to educate them. This guy is so up his own fucking ass. It's incredible.
To that. And then, so I said, you should really invite the guy with the answer key. And then I said, me.
Oh my God. The cringe is, I want to apologize to everybody watching for the third secondhand cringe here.
And I sent that to him. Because if you remember last year before the conference, I had this back and forth with him on emails, you know, 3 or 4 emails in both directions, you know, just basically saying, hey, would you like to talk? Because I have some different ideas about what's wrong with MLM. And he essentially said, no, I'm not interested at all, which really...
Exactly, bro. Nobody fucking respects you guys. You guys are literal ants, little mosquitoes, little cockroaches that just won't fucking die and go away. I'm the only one who entertains y'all because it's so entertaining. It's such fun for me to do on my live stream. If I was one of these people that was like writing papers and shit and doing all like, you know, like they keep talking about Bill. Bill is a fucking university professor. He doesn't have time to deal with you fucking roaches. Me, I got time. That's what I do. This is, you know, I'm here to entertain and educate at the same time about MLMs and hopefully provide a place that people can have fun and laugh about something that is a very harmful, traumatic thing. These guys are so dense, so dumb. They're, like he's saying, he's baffled that he didn't want to talk to me.
Baffled me because you would think as a professor and a professor of business that he would be curious, right? Academic curiosity to learn something. You know, that's what he's all about, supposedly, is learning. And he doesn't even want to listen to another viewpoint. And then he also, quote unquote, threatened to publicize our email exchange this back and forth email exchange, which really confused me because, from my perspective, he looked really closed-minded in that email exchange. There was nothing really inappropriate on either one of our behalf, and I would be happy to publicize the exchange, but he's the one that threatened me, and it was just, it just baffled me. Why would you do that when all you're doing is proving that you're closed-minded? But I think what he was really doing was, just like with this she, her, they, whatever it is, that he's really, either been coddled or forced or volunteered into this new, woke snowflake society.
My God.
That is here. It's not here for everybody. It's not here for me. But he appears to be knuckling under to all that pressure, particularly the female pressure, because that's most of the anti-MLMers that are out there on social media. You've got some of the old guard, if you will, the Stephen Barretts, the who else? Doug Brooks. I'm kind of going down the list here as we're talking. There's some new names here. I'll have to read their bios. I don't think come across their names. Peter Vandernat, he's one of those guys. Now, one that we won't be seeing is the guy that was the assistant attorney general for Wisconsin back in the 1980s, which uncovered the fact that at the few months ago, profit because they were almost everybody is losing money in retail sales and other. And so I have no doubt in my mind that the great pronoun debate. Yeah. In fact, he was making eyes with his best friend Philip.
Oh, here we go. They're talking about me again.
I mean, I think that would only be fair. Like, we need to know, is Marco a he, she?
Part of our recording, and very often, especially towards the beginning, we're saying something about retail sales and tool scams, and sure enough, he did it again recently, and he just rolled his eyes like, oh my gosh, there goes those guys again. But he's never really looked at it.
Woke mindset, yeah, right.
Researched it. He's never investigated it. All he does is he knows that that's our two big things, tool scams and retail sales. But that's the depth of his understanding. That's it right there. That's the whole thing. And he doesn't understand the significance of it. But he's always stupid. So, that's Marco. Anyway, I'll stop with Marco right there. We can get into some other things. We've given him far too much time that he deserves already.
Almost this whole...
Anything else, I'll move on.
Almost this entire 90-minute episode has been about me.
Just I want Marco to post his pronouns. I mean, I think that would only be fair.
My pronouns are he, him. There we go. It's settled.
We need to know, is Marco a he, she, or a he, them, or they,
Thank
they,
you.
He, or
yes,
is
they
he
want me
us,
badly.
Or we, or I don't know. What the hell? Marco, come on, man. Get with the program. Post your pronouns, Marco. We demand you to post your pronouns.
Bro, I don't even know as much about Marco as these dudes know about Marco.
Put them on the website. So anyway, having said that, with a little bit of fun, Scott, it'll be interesting. So there are some new people here that I have not heard before.
Yeah, so even though
those are cute T. My pronouns are Scott, Peter.
Pronouns we do know because he's said this on his own live streams that he is bisexual. Okay, he's said that. In fact, he was making eyes with his best friend Philip on a couple of videos, and they were saying some.
Yeah, I was saying how I can never be, or if I ever come under fire and someone tries to cancel me, I'll say that I'm bisexual. I'll use like the Kevin Spacey defense and just say that, like, how he said he was gay. I'll just say that I'm bisexual because there's no way anyone can disprove it. So as a preemptive measure, I'm bisexual. So that's what they're referring to. Obviously, y'all know the real truth, but let's just keep the official record that I'm bisexual.
Really, sort of, sexual innuendos towards each other. And so
making eyes, LOL.
No doubt, in my mind, that they've had sex. Just think about that. If you know Philip.
Yeah. Maybe his
the giggle.
Yeah, really. Maybe all the pronouns won't fit on one line. Bill Keep is still trying to figure out how to center it on one line. I'm not sure.
Could be. That could be.
So, there might be too many, Marco. Just put
a great
all.
Pronoun debate. Yeah.
Love it.
Put
all of the above. There you go.
Everything and including what's going to be in the future. Marco, there you go.
Another one, dude. These guys are genuinely like fans. Like especially Peter. I'm bringing Peter over to the light side. I think he was the one who complimented my body back when I was really like 2022, and I was at my peak of going to the gym, and my gains were really showing my newbie gains. And now him saying like when he does on purpose these little these little drops, it's like, bro, you like this. You like being on the show.
So back to, let's go over some real MLM stuff. This is going to be good. So again, for those people that are wondering, it's going to be on March 13th. It's a virtual.
If these dudes talked to Marco once, they'd know he was transphobic. Nonsense.
It's on Zoom. Mr. Keep does the nice thing. Very honorable to post it.
I like how he keeps sucking off Bill Keep, and Bill Keep wants nothing to do with these guys, bro. You're wasting your breath, Scott and Peter.
Afterwards, and some of the people that were there last year are not going to be here this year, which is kind of curious. So, but maybe just shuffling the deck a little bit as well. So back to you, Scott. Let's go over some MLM stuff. There's plenty of stuff to go over.
Yeah, and we covered some of the interesting things like Commissioner Wilson resigning.
Thank you. Legend Gaming gifting memberships again. What's going on here, Legend? Thank you.
Let's go.
To Jared. Well deserved. Jared deserves it. I'm surprised they didn't talk more about the debate.
Under protest.
And I think they're going to probably...
kind of like OneCoin. They just...
Audio clips. So I just had to say about the audio clips about the Marco one saying that...
See, they keep talking about me even though they said they're done. Thank you, by the way, Diego.
Lying is bad. Lying is bad.
Sleeping with this woman who apparently is a cheerleader at one of the Edmonton universities.
Wait.
I had 3 girlfriends. They've all been old.
Oh, they still got more to say about my personal life. Let's go.
And the hysterical thing?
I knew when they said let's move on from Marco, they weren't moving on. And thank you, by the way, Dave Vaughn, for finding this.
Is all of his...
And he has no sort of...
Bad, Mark.
I know. I cannot wait to see how they are going to try to make me sleeping with a cheerleader into a roast. Let's see.
Lying is bad, and I'm glad you kind of said it, even though you don't understand. Trying to not pay for the phone call that he made to me.
Negotiations going on with him. Gilbert Armenta sentenced to 5 years in prison. So this is
Let's move on from Marco. His pronouns. Totally, Kinka. Thumbs up the stream, y'all. We're almost at 400.
Thumbs up the team.
Let's go.
Really top dogs in OneCoin. I think he was actually extradited here from somewhere. And he was just sentenced to 5 years. So this is, I don't know, the second or third person that's been convicted, and there's a couple others waiting in the wings. One of them is the brother of the co-founder, and he's been apparently helping the Department of Justice, because this is not FTC, SEC, fines only. This is Department of Justice and prison. This is a whole different deal here when you're talking about, behind bars for years versus just a monetary damage type thing. So yeah, there's still, there was a lawyer that laundered like $400 million. He's waiting his sentencing. It's been going on for months and months and months. We think maybe there's some negotiations going on with him, for him turning over other people to get a lighter sentence. Same with the brother of the co-founder, Ruja. He, I think, was convicted.
Talk about
and he's awaiting sentencing, and he's apparently cooperating. But there was a little bit of a kerfuffle a few months. I mentioned they were making really early one. He has that one recorded, and Marco, maybe that's a better rendition than the first one. And he's been, I don't know if you know this, but he's been playing more of our quotes on his live streams.
Marco's stupid nipples. Okay, here, I can't wait. They're gonna give me more drops here. When are you getting royalties from this show, right? Oh, dude. The fact, even just the amount of people watching my stream right now is more of an audience than Building Fortunes Radio has ever had. I promise.
There was a couple of people that I mentioned that were making really early comments.
Hi, Jamie Rose. How's it going? Diego says new merch when? There's a whole bunch of new merch right now on alwaysmarcomerch.com on the site. Go hit that up, big dog. Hell yeah. Thank you, Diego. Diego says, how's the post-breakup going? What are you talking about? I haven't had a breakup recently.
On his quote-unquote debate with Dominic like hours before it started, right? He announced, hey, I'm going to debate tonight. And so, one of the commenters said, let's go. And so Marco has that one. Yeah. He has that one recorded. And Marco, maybe that's a better rendition than the first one. So, check it out. And then another one.
They love being on my show and my sound deck, bro.
Let's go.
No, that's the one. That's the one.
That I said, and again, he's making fun of me, but I'm making fun of his commenters. Another commenter said something, like yippee-ki-yay or something, whatever. And
No. What the commenter said was,
yeehaw, it's bull wrangling time. I mentioned that on last week's show, and Marco picked up on that. He thought that was just hilarious. And
they like making me happy. They like making me laugh. I love these guys, man.
Do you like me?
It's just stupid. It's stupid Marco. So there you go.
Yeah, instructions unclear is how to build my fortune. Wore a little shirt with Marco's nipples on it. You got it.
Anyway.
What I did pick up that what I really enjoyed by watching his Dominic debate is his line about when Marco actually says, lying is bad. He says it several times. Lying is bad. And there's a wonderful clip that we might be able to use sometime in the future, Scott. But if you listen to many of Marco's stories, this is how stupid this guy is. If you listen to many of Marco's stories where he rips off the grocery store, rips off Starbucks, rips off the telephone company trying to not pay for the phone call that he made to me.
So funny.
Rips off other people like this. For some reason in Marco's twisted mind, that kind of lying is not bad. Lying to me about who he is when he's calling, lying to people on the phones when he's trying to set up his investigative reporting. All that kind of lying is not a problem. Lying on your taxes, Marco, not a problem. Lying about being a drug dealer, not a problem in your mind. Lying is bad, Marco. Lying is bad. I love it when he says that because it is just so absolute. Just shows you how farly separated his brain is. One portion of his brain is from another portion of his brain. And there's certainly a mental illness there that has a diagnosis that I'll tell you one of these days, Marco. But lying is bad, Marco. Lying is bad. And I'm glad you kind of said it, even though you don't understand it. This is what we mean by always stupid Marco. Because you could just put one of the things that he says sitting next to one of the other things that he says, and you say, does this guy even realize that he's just contradicting himself even in the same sentence? So back to you, Scott.
Yeah, and actually Dominic made quite a point during that quote-unquote debate about the word integrity, right? And Dominic kept coming back to, Marco, you have to have integrity. And he was trying to push Marco to having a disclaimer in his videos where he says up front, or I guess you could put it in writing up front.
Yeehaw, there's a snake in my boot. Yippee-ki-yay!
On the live stream. That I've never been in an MLM, and Dominic kept trying to get him to do that, and he kept refusing to do that. And as part of that discussion, Marco also, and he said this before, he also used to cheat in high school, where he would, in fact, it was his best friend who joined an MLM. And Marco was heartbroken when that happened, but his best friend was apparently a pretty smart guy and really good in math. And Marco said, oh yeah, I used to, cheat on math through my best friend that joined this MLM, and I've never seen him again after he joined. But I used to cheat. And Dominic said, well, that's lack of integrity, Marco. And Marco just doesn't get it. He thinks that whatever he does is okay. And he has no sort of, I don't know what the right word is. He has no guilt or whatever, no feeling that he did something really wrong by cheating. It was just, hey, yeah, I cheat. So what? It's like, hey, I breathe. So what? That's how Marco looks at it.
Yeah. And the other funny thing is
Peter's so excited. Yeah. That he can piggyback off this idea. Let's go.
Always talks about women,
yeah, here, I love when they talk about my love life. When they talk about my personal life, my love life, my family, and my body, it makes me so happy. How could you, Marco? Yeah, cheating on my math test, right?
Affecting women and everything else like that. And then he literally sexually harasses, what's her name? Jessie Lee Ward on his own radio show. Music about him.
On my radio show!
I'm not even going to go down those roads, but he plays music about him having sex, like he wants to do things.
Oh, they're talking about this. They're talking about this audio.
Shawty wanna fuck. Shawty likes
That's what they're talking about.
This is a woman that obviously has a boyfriend, I believe, and he's sitting there literally sexually harassing this person. And then on the other hand, when Dominic is talking about women, he's like, you can't be doing that to women. And the hysterical thing is all of his anti-MLM YouTuber friends, the girls, they don't find anything wrong with the way he talks about Jesse Lee Ward. I find it very offensive. And I'm not worried about being offended.
What?
Like, that's such a...
The two guys who were just saying the woke pronoun, they, them, snowflake, whatever, you found, but you found that offensive? What? Joey says, Marco, I can't believe I'm just now hearing this. I need you to refund everything I've ever donated. I didn't know I was contributing to someone who cheated in high school. Sorry, Joey. I should have given you a disclaimer. It's only not okay to sexually harass her because she has a boyfriend, apparently. Yeah.
Faggot word. I'm not worried about being offended.
Ooh.
I think, and the hysterical thing is all of his...
Thank you, Joseph. I cheated off an autistic kid for my history finals and passed with a 90. Don't feel bad. Thank you, Joseph.
Anti-MLM YouTuber friends, the girls, they don't find anything wrong with the way he talks about Jesse Lee Ward. I find it very offensive. And I'm not worried about being offended. Like, that's such a faggot word. I'm not worried about being offended.
I thought I misheard him at first. I had to rewind to play that again. But you can't even make this up. He's saying, I was very offended by Marco talking about Jesse. But even offended is such a faggot word. Do you not see the irony, bro? How can you say in one sentence you were so offended, and then in the next sentence say something that you know offends people? That's a clip. That's a drop. That's a drop. That's a clip for sure. That's a clip. Based. I can't believe this. Every time I think I've seen it all, I'm glad I didn't click away from this. Every time I think I've seen it all, they surprise me yet again. Yeah, I like how they're not mad about Dominic Izzo calling the women in the anti-MLM community pigs and hags and whatever, but... Dude, this guy is on this same show wondering why he won't get an email back from Bill Keep, why he won't get invited to be on this or that, or why his invitations won't get taken up on. I'm glad we're watching this, because they're two of the most ignorant, stupid people maybe I've ever heard of in my life. And it's just a back and forth, you know. Marco's so stupid, he doesn't even get this, but the irony is what they're talking about in that moment is them being so stupid that they don't get it. Fuck, man. What up, Nightwing? Welcome to your first live. Clipping it so fast, we scrapbooking. For real, let me write that down. 110. Actually, I'm not going to clip that. I don't want to rebroadcast him saying that. Him saying the F word, you know. Fuck. Thank you, Skylar.
I think it's just despicable that he would be talking about a woman like that in that way on a YouTube channel, and that's just flat out wrong. So it has nothing to do with anybody being offended. It's just flat out wrong. And if I were her boyfriend, I'd come down there.
Great question, Justo Guillermo Montoya. Thank you for the super chat. I actually am planning on doing an entire stream about that. I was going to do it today, actually, but that's for a future time. So thank you so much for that. And yes, I will be doing a stream where I go through the many videos that Dave Ramsey has on his channel where he talks about why MLMs are not bad. It's so disappointing. For someone who has a lot to offer, a lot of good advice, there's so much wrong with what Dave Ramsey says. Obviously, I'm not going to go into like his very strict religious views and how he factors those into his business, which I don't agree with, and his point of view on credit cards, which I don't agree with. But specifically MLM, that's the thing I have to check him on the most, is I'm very disappointed in Dave Ramsey's co-signing of MLMs. So, yeah. Clip it for legal tactical reasons. Shoot. Nah. He said it before. They'll say it again. Dave Ramsey is talking about how Amway is good people. Yeah, literally, he sucks. All right, let's keep going.
And fucking kick your ass, Marco.
Oh.
So I hope he does. Like, I hope he. I'm not worried about.
Dude, Peter is really unhinged on this episode. He doesn't usually swear this much on the show.
Being offended, I think it's just despicable that he would be talking about a woman like that in that way on a YouTube.
Okay, I'll clip it. 1:10:25. 1:10. Write this down. 1:10:25. Boom.
YouTube channel, and that's just flat out wrong. So has nothing
If
to
I
do
was her boyfriend, I'd come out there and do nothing. Bitch, you'd giggle and do nothing. Yep.
with anybody being offended. It's just flat out wrong. And if I were her boyfriend, I'd come down there and fucking kick your ass, Marco.
No, you wouldn't.
So I hope he does. Like, I hope he does.
Bro, there's nothing stopping you from coming down here now and kicking my ass. You say you already have such an axe to grind with me. You need to be dating a girl that I talk about for you to come kick my ass? Come kick my ass now. I'm in Edmonton, Alberta. If you can send me an email or a message proving that you have made the trip out here, I'm not even joking, meet up with you in public. Not even joking. If you wanted to fight, we could do that too. You're an old man. Skylar, thank you, Skylar. Marco is the top G. Thank you.
You're broke! You're fucking poor! Someone has to fucking flip the burgers, dumbass!
Thank you for that. I appreciate you.
I hope he finds you down in Washington, D.C., wherever you're going to go to this virtual meeting. That's not gonna...
There is. He has a criminal history. Wait, hold on. Peter slept on the wrong side of the bed before recording this one. Yep. Peter is an alcoholic confirmed. NPAZ, you're saying what? There is what? There is, he has a criminal history? Dave Ramsey? He needs to save up for a train ticket to come get me, yep. Marco, don't beat up Grandpa when he comes to your house. That's mean. He's old. True. Data Galaxyland? Ooh, ooh, yep. I'm positive he knows Marco's address. Fuck Dave Ramsey. All my homies hate Dave Ramsey. If this guy was so happy at his amazing job, why is he so pressed about you? He can't come to Canada. Oh, shit. I didn't know that. I thought it was just his son who's been arrested. You can find, if you search Peter Mingles Jr., you'll find all his son's mugshots. But I didn't know Peter Mingles himself had criminal history. Oh, that's a shame. Maybe I'll have to come visit you in Florida, Peter. I'd love that. Send me your address.
Be there. Maybe it's a fucking practical joke. I bet you Bill Keep is playing a practical joke on Marco. Maybe we're blowing it for him. Maybe we did. Oh, shit, Scott. Maybe we blew it on Marco. Maybe it's like, oh, Bill Keep's like, hey, come down to Washington, D.C. But we're going to be at the XYZ Hotel, room 332.
I can't believe I've never heard him swear this much.
It could be, but I don't think Bill would do that. Number one, I think he's a decent guy, and number two, Marco has so many female anti-MLM Hun friends now that they would turn on Bill too if he tried to do something like that. Another interesting thing about the Jesse Lee Ward thing.
By the way, Rainy Canaan, I actually do resent you saying he has a point about me talking sexually about Jesse Lee Ward. I've not said anything about Jesse Lee Ward that Jesse Lee Ward has not said publicly herself. The only reason I've leaned into the bit about the sexual deviancy regarding Jesse Lee is because, as all of my female anti-MLM associates and colleagues can attest to, Jesse Lee, it was a staple of her brand for years to talk about having sex on the balcony and how her boyfriend used to fold her into a pretzel and talking about sex all the time. So, it would be different if Jesse Lee Ward was this reserved, sort of low-key caricature. She's an over-the-top caricature that talks about this, and I'm doing the same thing, but from an opposite angle. So no, I mean, did any of her audience that was there to learn about selling ketones consent to her talking about her sexual escapades? No, so miss me with that shit, saying me talking about Jesse Lee Ward sexually without her consent. Nonsense. Respectfully, nonsense.
Because Marco is, you look at some of his live streams. I mean, he's in
right.
love with
And Paz, you're right. It was in the Robert Fitzpatrick book in Ponzinomics, where Robert talks about Peter Mingle's criminal history. That's true. But I don't know if your pyramid scheme, Ponzi scheme, criminal history would stop you from getting into the country. But who knows? I'll have to go back and check that part out.
He's, even he says, I can't believe it, but there's just something about her.
Don't worry, Jake. I won't go visit in Florida. I know he probably does have a gun.
just, and he just, makes these overtures and everything. Now she blocked him before he even tried to access her social media. He said, I never even heard of her, knew her, never mentioned her name before, and she already has me blocked. And what's really funny about it, in addition to all of that, is the fact that his previous 3 girlfriends had been older than him. And he, after he broke up with the third one a while back, he said, I've got to go with a younger woman because I've had 3 girlfriends. They've all been older, and there's just a problem there, trying to be a boyfriend, girlfriend with an older woman. Well, guess what? Jesse Lee Ward is about, I think, 34. Marco's going to be 27th on March 15th.
Oh, my God.
Which is the Ides of March.
He knows my birthday. He knows everybody in my family's birthday at this point.
And Marco doesn't even know what the Ides of March means, by the way. And he said that on his live stream. He's got the internet at his fingertips.
True, I don't know what the Ides of March is, and I've never cared to Google it.
And doesn't know what the Ides of March means, and won't even look it up online.
Good night, Star.
When someone mentions that to him.
Your comments about Jesse are also general. Like, you're not being graphic or crude, just thirsting as a lol. Exactly. Thank you. He probably knows the time you were born. Totally. What up, Diana? Ides of March, March 15th. Yeah, I know it's March 15th, but I don't know. Also, he's not wrong about my 3 previous girlfriends, actually my 2 previous girlfriends being older than me. But the reason that I said I'm going to go for a younger girl the next time around isn't because there was a problem with dating older girls. It just so happens that the girls who I was dating, who did happen to be older than me, were less mature. But they're obviously twisting it here and making it seem like I said I have to date a younger girl just because. That wasn't the case. I would still date an older girl now.
So, I mean, the guy's always stupid. But now he's going for this older woman, Jesse Lee Ward, breaking his own rule.
Marco's dad's going to be 53, by the way. Yeah.
Of not having an older girlfriend. I guess his most recent girlfriend, it wasn't official, but he was sleeping with this woman who apparently is a cheerleader at one of the Edmonton universities. And after, I guess, 3 months or so, she said, is this all there is? Like, the sex? And Marco said, yep. And she said, I'm out of here, and he was befuddled, like, well, isn't that enough?
I like how these guys just make up a story. It's true that I was seeing a girl who was a cheerleader some months ago. But, I like how they just make up the rest of the context. Like, Scott retells the story as though he was there in the room or, on the phone with my personal relationships, with people he knows nothing about. I love it. I love how he just makes up the story, or, will take what I said on my stream and then twist it slightly. I love it. You can't make this shit up.
So, he's always stupid. I mean,
these guys are my
crazy.
biggest fans.
Anyway.
How can you literally, bro, what you just told is the story of a pimp. If what he said is true just now, Marco was sleeping with this girl who was a cheerleader, and they were sleeping together for 3 months, and then she asked, is that all there is? Sex? And he said, yeah, and she's like, I'm out. That's the story you're going to use to shame me? That I slept with a cheerleader for 3 months? Sounds pretty sick to me. Oh my goodness.
I don't know how we got back on Marco, but we did, didn't we?
I know.
Well, we were talking about.
I know how, because it's the lifeblood of your podcast and your life.
I think we're talking about integrity, and we were talking about things like audio. You started talking about audio clips, so I just had to say about the audio clips about the Marco one saying that.
Yeah, great question, Alex. I don't know. Somebody out there, Panda, NPAS, somebody who's good with computers, how can you actually find out what kind of traffic their website gets to see who's listening to this, if anyone? I'm sure it's just us, right?
Lying is bad. Lying is bad. It's so funny.
Totally.
That Marco.
Totally.
It's just hysterical. Trying to make a point. And last thing, and we got to move on to some other things, but I got to give a hat tip to Dominic, because he really pressed Marco on the reason why he's doing YouTube videos. He's like, listen, Marco, you documented enough. You weren't making any money doing the other types of videos. You're doing MLM videos. You're making money. Then you stop doing MLM videos. You're losing your shirt. Now you're going back to making MLM videos, and you're not even telling people that the main reason why you're doing it is to be able to make more money. And he really hard-pressed Marco on that lots of times. So I like Dominic. I think Dominic has great interviewing style. I didn't agree with everything that he said, certainly. They missed out a whole bunch of things, but I really like the idea that Dominic held Marco's feet to the fire and made him look silly many times. So back to you, Scott.
Yeah, and I've tried to I did contact Dominic on a couple of occasions. And
I love when Dominic said, I only talk to D's. And Scott Johnson said, what's D's? And Dominic said, D's nuts, in a Facebook message. You can go see it in the Discord. I'm pretty sure it's in there.
He keeps asking questions. And I keep telling him, look, you ask a question, then I get to ask a question. And then you ask a question, I get to ask a question. And this isn't an email, not the podcast. This is just emailing back and forth. Because I'm not just going to keep giving information without him giving me some information. That's just not how it works. I don't work that way. Like I said before, we have plenty of great guests on this show where it's just an even type of a relationship. It's not one-sided, but one of the things that I think is playing into that is Dominic was a police officer for 20 years, or he claims he was, and I think he's just used to sort of intimidating people and just continually asking questions, but not willing to answer a question. And I find that offensive. And like I say, we got plenty of good guests. I'd love to have him on here because I would love to straighten him out on some things, particularly retail sales, because all the rest of it that they were talking about on their quote unquote debate was really superfluous. It's really not the important stuff. And they spent, I think, 2.5 hours.
Thumbs up the stream, y'all.
They would have spent longer, but
almost at 400 likes.
And Dominic wouldn't let him go pee for a while. Did you see that part?
Yeah, he's definitely that poor guy at a young age has to go pee more than an 80-year-old guy in the middle of the night. What the fuck, Marco? Like, what the fuck,
well,
Marco?
He did say...
That's a drop. 1:16:24. What the fuck, Marco? 1:16:24. Yeah, I got that.
He did say he was watching, I can't remember which movie it was. It was one of his little movies when he was like 11 or something. And he said he had to go pee really bad during the movie, but he forced himself to watch the whole movie because he was, so into whatever the movie was.
The Incredibles.
I don't know if it was a Batman movie or something.
Incredibles, 2005.
Anyway, he was in real pain, and he was just determined to finish the movie. But he said, this is what he said. He said, I think I caused permanent damage to my bladder.
These guys know everything about me, all the way down to the fact that the time that I held my pee the most was when I watched The Incredibles in 2005.
Trying to hold it.
Not them being dehydrated and peeing once a day. Yeah.
That long. So that might be why he doesn't have good control now, right?
Because you got
Me too, Jared. Oh, he's going to say I have a teeny winky. Totally, Jared. I hope they keep doing it. These guys are my #1 fans, and it's always gold.
Teeny balls, Marco. You got teeny balls.
Oh, that's a drop! This is a long stream. I didn't mean for it to go this long. Teeny balls. Scott and Peter honestly can have their own soundboard at this point, their own stream deck.
That's why you could have told him.
They know Kinka.
He's just always stupid.
He is such a great...
I'm a creep? Y'all talking about my winky and my who I dated and what movie I saw when I was 11 and how I have the breasts of a 13-year-old girl, like you even would have a frame of reference for that?
So great for material. I can't handle it.
Y'all are great for material.
So annoying.
Thank you, Andy.
I am so sorry. He is so easy to poke fun at. Little weasel. Go spruce yourself up, Marco. Go spruce yourself.
Weasel.
Marco, go spruce yourself.
He almost makes it too easy, to be honest with you.
Stupid.
So I'll get back to Behind MLM here.
They're so bad at insulting.
BehindMLM.com. Next one is February 16th, 2023. And it's Valedis. I don't know how you say it. Valedis. It's not the same company that we talked about before. It's a little different pronunciation and spelling. Anyway, Valedis ordered to cease business operations. Yeah, I have to assume that things weren't going.
All right.
Behind the scenes.
I think
He
that's
might even
it.
own
The guy in the back of the MLM industry, I believe.
Was it Eric Worre?
Yep,
His
Eric
name?
Worre.
Oh.
Eric,
Yep.
yeah. I thought maybe I had the first name wrong. You know, that's what's considered a MLM coach, right?
Do they think pee is stored in the balls? Welcome, X Gonzalez, to Regional Director. Thank you for joining as a member on YouTube. Thank you. Appreciate that.
These generic guys, most of them are failed MLMers who realize, gee, the real money's in the coaching.
Totally,
there's
Jen.
Ray Hignan, there's Eric Worre, there's, you know, a couple others probably out there that do that kind of. Retail sales are supposed to be half that type of a upline. Let's say you had 70, they're emphasizing. Anything more on that? I'll move on.
Yep, and just for the record, Eric Worre was somebody who actually owned a network marketing company. It was called the People's Network with Jeff.
Thank you, Andy Martin. All right, well, I think that's it for them. That was literally one of the most amazing Building Fortunes radio episodes that I've ever had the pleasure of listening to. Thank you, X Gonzalez, and thank you, Justo, again, for dropping another bag. Is it a fair analogy to call Social Security a Ponzi scheme? I don't know. I don't know enough about that to answer. I have a whole nother Eric Worre training that we can watch, but you know what? We'll save it for next time, or maybe we'll never watch it at all. But the Pitbull one we should definitely finish. And, wow, a lot of great moments on this stream. Pitbull talking about success, everyone's sucking you. Scott and Peter obviously doing their thing. I titled this stream Meet Eric Worre, but half of this stream is about Scott and Peter, so maybe I got to go update the thumbnail and add Peter Mingles into the thumbnail. So I'll put Peter Mingles into the corner of every stream so that every thumbnail, so that you guys know that there's a little segment with Scott and Peter, or, you know, Building Fortunes Radio, you know. Appreciate you guys. I'm going to end the stream so that it's not unbearably long for people who want to watch it on the replay tomorrow or the next day or whatever. Appreciate you guys. If you want to keep talking, let's keep it going. The Discord is free to join. Morgan, I swear to God, they think pee is stored in the balls. That's why I said that, right? Guys, join the Discord. You know what? I haven't done a voice chat in my MLM Discord yet. So you know what? I'm going to jump in there right now. And the Discord voice channel is called The Opportunity Call. So join the Opportunity Call. Oh, wow. Dave posted MLM Bingo. Oh, wow, I can't wait. I can't wait. And NPAS posted the stats on Building Fortunes Radio's visitorship on Google. I can't believe this. Okay, appreciate it. Love you guys. I'm gonna try to read some of these comments back tomorrow. But appreciate you. New episode of Multi-Level Misery will be out on Patreon tomorrow and on YouTube for all the members, and then publicly on Monday. So
let's go.
Appreciate y'all.
Do you like me?
Yes.
Marco!
Billions and
thank you guys. I appreciate you being here.
I take responsibility.
All right. Join the voice chat. Join the Discord. Join the voice chat. Appreciate y'all. Love you. Peace. Later.